The stench of boiling stagnant water and ignited swamp gases fill the air around you all. The ground lies littered with the broken bodies of the Stonic hunting party. And as you all catch your breath, you realize with heavy hearts that you stand alone amid the morass of the Hagsmire. Your guide, Javoy, was swallowed by the muck and snatched away. The chilling, scratching voice still lingers in Torlek's mind. Almost enough to distract him from the viscous coating of swamp slime that now covers him head to toe. Godfrey, however, has no such distraction and is becoming all too aware of the smell and the greasy liquid squelching in his boots.
Gross.
Now, as a group, you all have been given a rough heading from Javoy. You know that you do not have far to go. As you look towards the south, in the direction that Javoy indicated before being cruelly taken from you, the expanse of the Hagsmire beckons. So, how do you guys wish to proceed from this moment here? Is there anything you want to do in the aftermath of the battle? Do you wish to take a moment to try and catch your bearings a bit better, or do you just want to saunter off into the swamp?
I'd like to ask Jess if she can prestidigitate me.
Yeah.
Yeah, all over it.
All over it. So you're doing a square foot at a time. So that's not going to take too long to clear you up. Scant seconds, and the sticky, viscous brown and green slime is cleared from Torlek. The smell still seems to linger.
You just gathering all types of weird and wonderful smells, Torlek.
That's me, buddy. I know I'm coming from a mile off even before they hear me clinking.
I guess we should get after this hag. If got any hope of recovering Javoy.
I'm thinking first though, because a few of us took some heftio damage over there. Well, my hit points are down to 2 of 15.
Oh shit.
Wow.
How's everyone else looking?
I think I'm alright.
I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I
You?
didn't take any
Oh,
damage.
well.
It's not the wrong person.
I've only got 2 spell slots left. Like,
I can give you some healing, mate. Let's have a look. I can. But my healing is either healing word or prayer of healing, and I'd rather not burn the 2nd level spell slot because I can heal everyone.
yeah, I was gonna say probably better. Let's keep that for now.
So I will give you a healing word, Leo, mate. So
How many slots you got left?
I've got 4 level 1s left. So
Okay. I was gonna say 'cause I can do cure wounds, but I'll only have 1 left after that.
I've only burned 1 level 2 spell slot, so I have 4 level 1s and 1 level 2 left.
Alright. Probably better you do it then.
Yeah. So I'll healing word you, Leo, mate. What's up with you? What's happened? You've been polkened a bit, haven't you? Did you get bit or scratched or?
I think I got a bit, yeah.
Well, the healing word in that case is soothe. And I'll just soothe, and I will soothe you for a d4 plus my spellcasting ability modifier. So
Nice.
That's going to be 7.
Wonderful. That is a good soothe.
Yes.
Full release.
Soothing 9.
There you go, mate. Consider yourself soothed.
Mhm.
Before we leave this area with like trees and stuff, two things. One, can I just like poke around the stomachs and see if there's anything worth taking with us? And two, can we cut some like long sticks from these trees so we've all got like staves so we can poke the ground and make sure, because Javoy was guiding us before, but I don't want to go face first into a peat bog or, you know, whatever
probably a
the
good idea.
marshy equivalent of quicksand is. So I'd like to be able to poke
Yeah.
the ground as we're walking.
Wonderful. Okay, right. Let's split that up into the group. 'Cause there's quite a lot of stonics, so I would say 50% of you can search the stonics and the polcan, and 50% of you can gather suitable long poles if you wish. Who wants to do what?
Well, I have a hand axe, so I can chop some sticks, I guess.
Goddess is getting sticks.
I'll start patting down the airlocks.
Leo is going to loot the stonics. What would you prefer to do?
I'll loot the stomachs because I'm an investigaty boy.
Ah, okay. Jess?
I'm gonna cut some sticks because while neither of those things are my forte,
And
it seems a slightly more sensible
Arwen,
short-term plan.
you have your choice.
I think I'll help chop things.
You're going to gather sticks as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Right then. So the stick gatherers. That will be a survival check from each of you. As there is 3 of you, the DC is 10 for you to gather a suitable stick.
I rolled a natural 20. So 24.
16 for me.
16 for you. Wonderful.
Yeah, 2 natural 20s. We've got the best sticks ever.
Amazing. Okay, so Jess, you managed to gather a very decent-looking stick. It seems sturdy and long enough for you to poke forward in front of you. Godfrey and Arwen, you can denote a quarterstaff into your inventory.
Oh.
Nice.
But the sticks that you have found are perfect and can be used as a simple melee weapon. Devastating effect. Right. Torlek and Leo. Okay, so each of you roll an investigation check, please.
Cool.
12.
Okay.
18.
18. Wonderful. Alright then. Okay, so Leo, as you investigate 3 of the closest stonics to you, you find some interesting items.
Ooh.
Bio leeches.
You joke. Leo does find a small container of leeches.
Yes. God.
Make sure to keep them away from
Jar of
Torlek's
leeches.
face.
You also find a bag of twisted brown mushrooms. They are dried, sorry, twisted brown dried mushrooms. And you find, as well, on the other one, a pouch containing 100 caltrops.
What?
Mm.
caltrops. You find a pouch of 100 caltrops.
Lovely.
Okay. Torlek.
What size area can 100 cover?
100, 5 foot square.
Useful.
Wow.
I mean, probably not so much in the marsh, but somewhere else they could be useful.
Mm.
Torlek, with your roll of an 18,
Mm-hmm.
you find a throwing net.
Ooh.
A small wooden box about the size of a.
Each.
If D&D had boom boxes, it would be about the size of a cassette tape,
Okay.
and it sounds like there is rustling and scratching inside of it.
Okay.
Is it like that thing he has in Constantine? It shakes and the demons go away.
Mm. You also find a silver nugget.
Ooh.
That's useful.
Silver's good.
Silver is very
Silver
good.
nugget.
Thank you, Stonix. Awesome. Well, that's going to maybe preserve Leo's treasured hip flask then.
Mm.
Cool. I'll stick all that stuff in my pack for the moment, but that's
And
very
then there
good.
are copious amounts of stonic spears, sharpened wooden sticks lying around the place if anyone want to pick them up.
But the-
I think everyone else has a nice stick. I think we should maybe take some as well.
aren't the Stonic spears going to be like really small for us?
Yes, they are 2 feet long.
Not much of a walking stick. You
Yeah.
like basically get your head in the water to prod with it.
More like a sharpened twirling baton.
Lovely.
Start
Well.
Leo's marching band.
How many are there? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 7?
There'll be 7 or 8. Actually, no, there'll be closer to 10 because some of them drop them on the floor.
If no one else is interested in them, can I just bundle them up and strap them to the top of my bag like firewood, basically?
Yeah.
You know.
You can write down a bundle of kindling if you wish.
I was thinking more if we ever need to dig a punji trap or, you know.
Nice.
Does anyone have a
Yeah.
shovel though?
You know what I mean,
Bundle of
though.
sonic spears.
Yeah. Better to have it and not
Uh,
need it than need it and not have it.
True.
Let's call it a dozen. Let's call it a dozen stonic spears, because that sounds nice.
Cool.
So you have
Thank
a dozen
you.
stonic spears. Each does 1d4 damage if fallen on.
Cool. Thank you very much.
If
Cool.
you dig a pit with 12 in,
12d4, that's pretty nice.
oh yes.
Yeah, we
Some
can make
gnarly-
like some piège de loup or something, you know, like if we need to booby trap
Let's go
something.
and kill that dragon.
Yeah, boy.
Predator-esque drop. Come on, kill me! I'm right here. Come on. Yeah, get one of those going on. That'd be interesting. If any of you are proficient in making traps, that is. So we will see. Right, so yes, you have that. The smoke gases are still burning all around you. And that currently is the only sound that you can hear.
Well, I'd suggest we head off in the general direction that Chavoy suggested, and I suggest that our naturey companion with a big stick goes first.
Good plan.
Alright. So, I will require one simple survival check from the leader, which I believe you've been volunteered for, Arwen.
Yeah, I was just reading up. Sorry about the track stuff. I was like, oh, do I have any? Yeah. Okay, natural explorer is like a thing for me. So, although it's mostly in the forests, but okay.
Forest, swamps, same difference.
It's
It's just a wet forest, isn't
What?
it?
It's just a very wet forest. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
What do you need me to do?
It's just a swampy forest.
I don't.
The swampy forest. Oh God.
Oh,
I got flashbacks from that. Dear God. Oh, no.
Do I need to roll anything?
Survival check for me.
Okay. So I was saying swamp. Oh crap, 8.
Okay, so Arwen leads you off south as you follow behind her through the winding avenues, trails of dry ground, working your way around the large, murky, green-brown pools of stagnant swamp water. You seem to follow this winding maze of a path through this ever-changing yet seemingly unchanging landscape around you. Every time you sort of turn and work your way around a swamp pool, the trees look different but similar. And after half an hour of walking in this manner, sort of trying to pick your way through the swamp, you get the sinking feeling that you have lost your bearings ever so slightly.
Hope that's not a literal sinking feeling.
So, it is at this point when you've come to the realization that you may be slightly off course. So, do you forge ahead, knowing that eventually you will get back onto the right path, or do you stop and try and reset and recalibrate?
I mean, I don't see the harm in stopping to recalibrate, or do I need to consider something else potentially happening if I do?
It's always dangerous to stop out in the wild for any period of time, especially in surroundings that you're not used to. Though it is also dangerous to blunder on blindly into a wilderness that you are not familiar with.
I mean, I'm tempted to say, recalibrate, but does anybody else have any strong objections to that at all? Because it's your lives.
I'm happy to go with the lead if you want to recalibrate. If you're not feeling like we're on the right path, then you're the nature.
I mean, it's probably better to try and recalibrate than just continue getting lost if we're already lost.
Yeah, go with the
Okay.
Go with the nature expert.
Yeah.
I have a feature called Wanderer, which means I have excellent memory for maps and geography, and I can recall the layout of terrain and stuff around me. Can I help her, like, get us back on track by saying, oh, we went this way and then that way, you know?
Remember where we've been already.
So, for you to assist with this check, to reduce the DC, you will need to make a successful history check.
Okay.
See if you remember seeing a map of the Hagsmire.
Oof. Okay. Ooh, I have +6 to history, so... $12.
Okay. So you stand for a moment, really deep, dig down deep into your memories, searching through the books that you have read, stories that you have heard of the Hagsmire. Get an outline of the swamp in your mind. And you believe that you can add something to the conversation that will help direct you from here. Though you're not sure how helpful it will be. You have an inkling of the correct direction. Though if somebody else wishes to assist in some way to help Arwen and Torlek correct their direction, that would probably be welcome in this situation. And if you can think of a way to find out what direction you are pointing in the wilderness, that will help.
So we're heading south, aren't we?
Yes.
Okay.
We think we are.
So
Let's
Giselle's gonna pull a very, very battered compass out of one pocket.
Oh, yes.
Ooh. Fancy.
Outstanding. So as you pull your compass out of your pocket and stand there for a second and point in the direction in which you are walking, you realize that you've been walking almost due east.
Oh dear.
Right.
Deep and deeper into, as she mentions this, Torlek, you realize that due east leads you deeper and deeper into the Hagsmire, whereas south leads you towards the southwest outskirts from where you've entered to the Hagsmire. So that is going to reduce the DC by quite a lot. So if you can now make a survival check with advantage, Arwen, with that information
Okay.
to correct your course. It's not simply a matter of just walking south from where you are, you've actually walked
The wrong way.
in the wrong direction for a period of time. You need to recorrect. There we go. That's better.
Nina, my thing is 3, so 21.
21. That's wonderful. So with the new information supplied by your friends, you are now confident of the direction in which you need to be walking. However, it is at this moment that Godfrey, Torlek, and Arwen feel something begin to tighten around your ankles. As you look down, you see small vines and thin roots are appearing out of the mossy ground and begin to wrap themselves around your feet. And as you look to your companions, well, you notice a similar phenomenon growing around their shoes also.
Have not all of us noticed?
Only you three have noticed so far, because of your passive perceptions.
Oi, your feet!
And axe. Chop, 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 chop.
So thankfully you've noticed quickly enough, and you manage to move your feet and pull free of the small vines and roots. And as you all do so, it's a barely audible hiss on the slight breeze.
Snake vines.
I'm going to turn off the fire. There we go. Now as you pull your feet free and look around you to get in your bearings, it is blatantly obvious now. You all notice in the thick oozing slime that bubbles and pops in the pools, on the shriveled brown leaves, the tops of toadstools and mushrooms, and within the bark of the trees, there are hundreds of eyes all watching you.
Chin stroking fuck you gesture.
I don't think we're going to be able to stab all these. Since that was Gervais' solution.
Didn't work out too well.
No, it didn't go great, man.
Is it all around us?
All around you as you look. As you move, you notice the eyes move, watching you, focused on you.
Give him a
And
wave.
if you stand still for any period of time, perceive small roots beginning to grasp for you out of the moss. Begin to curl around the tops of your shoes and trying to interweave themselves with your laces on your boots. And gently tug.
Keep walking.
Yeah, don't stop.
Okay, so you'll set off. And now what you are sure is the correct direction. Now, you thought the going was tough before, with Javoy leading you. But now, armed with your long poles and quarterstaffs, with Jasail's battered compass, and Torlek's shaky remembrance of the map of the Hagmire, you struggle and pull, fight your way through the vines and the roots, the briars and the thick bushes, all of which seem to be grasping at you, looking for any piece of clothing or hold in your armor or strap that they can wrap themselves around to slow your progress.
Right.
At points, you sink deep into the mud. But manage to pull yourselves free. And after a tough 2 hours, the eyes that watch you and the roots that grasp for your shoes and your laces fade out. In fact, you struggle to perceive it as they stop, as you're getting used to it over the 2 hours. But all of a sudden you stand in an area of more vibrant green moss. And the air smells ever so a little bit more fresh. As you cast your gaze about, you see no sign of the eyes watching you. Which of you's got the highest passive perception game? Is it Torlek or is it
Torlek, I think.
I'm 18.
18. So Torlek, as you cast about, you see to the south of you the smallest glimmer of colour. 15 feet in front of you on the floor. A vibrant purple.
Okay. Just sort of point and say, look. Kind of point it out to the rest of the group. Maybe take a couple of steps forward, see if I can see what it is.
Purple worm.
There you are, with the thick covering of moss, roots, foliage. Let's have an investigation check for you, please.
Cool. $26.
Oh wow. 26. So as you sort of look forward and try and get a better vantage, you take a step forward and you manage to see over this small clump of crabgrass in front of you. What sits behind is a vibrant, beautiful, perfect purple field daisy. It's a wildflower, which is very popular in bouquets for courting couples.
It's totally Latin fish, like an angler fish.
The smell and the aroma are very comforting, sweet like honey. Well, it should not be growing here.
Hmm.
Yeah, this seems out of place. Guys, Arwen, you're the nature expert. What do you think?
Not sure. Can I do a check?
Yes. What type of check would you like to do? What are you trying to discern from this flower?
Just whether it's real or not.
Ooh, okay. Do a nature check for me, please.
It's gonna be a tiny little flower attached to the head of a monster, and if you like touch it, the whole head comes out, and you're like, "Fuck off!"
Paranoid Godfrey.
100%. I am the most paranoid.
Ooh, 9.
Maximally paranoid.
9?
I don't have a nature, but I seem to think I do, but I don't. No, I have a 0 for nature.
Really?
I'm not a nature expert. I don't know where this has come from.
Hunt in the woods?
No,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
not
the ranger, man. I thought you were. Sorry.
No, no.
Used to looking for animals, not flowers.
Mm.
I want
Yeah,
to use for pretty flowers.
I'm a killer. I'm not a
Nice.
plant.
Some poor spotty fuck comes up there with a bouquet of posies, she'll punch him in the face.
Well,
She just kills nature. She doesn't
So
know
as you crouch forward and look closely at the this purple field daisy, it looks real enough to you. It smells like a purple field daisy. You don't gain any feeling that there's anything nefarious going on with it. It looks legit. That's a legit flower, yo.
this is weird.
Cool.
super paranoid about it. I can spend 10 minutes and cast detect magic. Well,
No, we don't know. Waste spell slots and stuff like that.
ritual, so it doesn't cost a spell slot.
Oh. I also don't want to wait for ages while your voice potentially being like eaten or something.
I'm trying to see if I've got any. I thought I might have some kind of thing to detect any like nearby animals.
It's just
and
going to be a
stuff.
normal plant that happens to be here, and Glenn's just like, ha ha, I got you.
I fucking love how paranoid you all are. It's great. It means I'm doing my job well.
If it's out of place though, it's right. Fuck it. It's a flower. Like, let's not
Let's just walk around it.
dilly dally. Yeah.
Dilly dally.
Dilly dally. So, yes, you all in agreement? You were just going to continue on past the flower?
I don't fancy picking it like that. Sounds like a trap.
And unnecessary.
Nobody needs flowers.
No,
Move
they-
along.
No, they don't.
Jess, would you like the pretty flower?
See, before we started this conversation, I was like, "Oh, but we're going to go see this lady. Let's take her something nice." And I was like, "No."
The only other thing I can think of is I could do like a medicine check to see if it's like some kind of medicinal flower, but I'm not really that. I think we should just move on.
You all
I
in
insect
agreement?
check the flower. What are its intentions?
Detect magic?
Well, we can do that if you want to wait 10 minutes.
Not in these waters.
Yeah. I vote we leave the flower to go about its business.
It's nefarious business.
It's flowery business.
Are you in agreement to leave the flower to its nefarious business then?
Let's run for our lives.
Run away from the terrifying tiny
Flee
purple
the
Okay.
flower. Yeah.
Run away.
So after an intense few moments of studying the purple field daisy, and trying to intuit its intentions, you all decide it's best left to whatever purpose it serves. And you continue on towards the south. You see another and another.
We're surrounded.
And as you're looking at the ground, watching these beautiful looking flowers growing from this horrible surrounding, you notice that the vegetation around you is becoming more vibrant. It's a lot more green. The trees have leaves on them.
Did we accidentally eat those mushrooms that were found?
I didn't eat much.
No one's tried the mushrooms yet.
We're all high as fuck.
No, this is
You
good,
notice
right?
that the thickets of trees are increasing in body mass, and the pools of stagnant water are decreasing around you.
Well, this is good. Javoy said he was trying to heal the hag's mire, and this good hag is obviously going to be doing good things to the mire. So, nice nature is good, right?
Seems legit.
I'm gonna cautiously poke every other tree with the quarterstaff. Make sure it's real.
Make sure it's not got an eye in it.
Yeah.
Alright, okay, let's have... Ooh, what's that gonna be? Perception check. We're trying to perceive if it's real or not.
Well, does the stick go through it or not? My perception check
The
is
stick connects.
7.
7. So, feels like a real tree, man. Feels like a real tree. But the stick hits bark.
It's a
that's
truly
not solid
powerful
to the
illusion.
touch.
That's what it is.
And as you slowly walk, taking in your surroundings, around a copse of trees, bustling with beautiful white blossom, there is a neat garden path lined with smooth grey stones winding off in front of you. The path itself is grey-white gravel, and all along the sides there are neat rays of all different types of wildflowers and heathers, sweet-smelling mosses, and large, wide-leaved bushes. And the path beckons before you all.
Okay.
We basically walked up to the candy house. Is there got a big oven with a enter here sign?
Look, we came to find the good hag. It looks as though this is where the good hag lives. I'm just, come on, guys. Like,
Let's burn it down.
Yeah?
let's go down the path. Like, Javoy is in
Wonderful.
peril. We need help. Come on.
So, Torlek steps out valiantly, taking
good
the
knowing you.
lead.
Here we fucking go.
Well, I was going to say I'm coming too, because Chavoy's not the only one in moderate peril.
Well, yeah.
Moderate peril.
I mean,
You catch your breaths in your chest as Torlek's lead leg reaches out, and as his foot connects with the gravel, time
bouncing Betty.
to stop. As there's a loud crunch. Of gravel under his foot and nothing. The path is well tended to, and you make your progress down it quickly. As you do, every now and again, periodically, there are small puff of pollen and large puffball plants that are sort of glowing a phosphorescent blue-green sort of puff, burst. Brilliant shimmering spores all around as you walk down the path. Your senses are filled with the smells of nectar, and wildflowers, and honey. And the stagnant water and slime of the swamp is all forgotten, as it feels as if you're walking through a well-tended sort of manor house garden. As you look around, there's neat flower beds now. Some rimmed with tiny, brilliant white, small wooden fence posts. Others are guarded by what you can only assume are carved stone cats with marbles for eyes. As you round the corner, this ramshackle house comes into view, built between two large bowing trees. I've got it here. There is a warm, glowing light coming from the doorstep.
So you know, this shack is a lot more ominous than you've been seeing.
Well, let me finish describing.
Oh.
There's a warm, glowing light. The roof itself looks to be completely broken in, yet it's covered in moss and thick vines. There is a pool of water that surrounds the house, as if a moat around a castle. There's a little wooden walkway across. And moss-covered steps leading up to the front porch. The house itself is decorated in animal skins and parts of animal bones. But the entire area is filled with wildflowers. So it looks as if this house has been long abandoned, yet there is a glowing lantern on the porch. And as you take in the entire scene, you notice small hints of a rather more grim nature. Hanging baskets of wildflowers with beautiful trails of bright blue and pink and white flowers turned down. Sway in the wind, and as they do, they twist and turn. You realize they're upturned skulls. Flowers growing out of them. The small white fences around the flower beds, now that you've got close, you realize are bones. Bits of rib cage and femur tied together with sinew. And all around the house, you pick out in amongst the brilliantly coloured wildflowers small painted skulls, floral motifs, and runic words written across them.
What kind of skulls are we talking?
Medicine check. The suspense is killing me.
I was on mute. 17.
17. You notice humanoid skulls of all different shapes and sizes and varieties. Orcs and dwarves, half-orcs, half-elves, burbolgs, strigoi, and some others that do not look quite so human. Large teeth, huge gaping eye sockets. There's a very wide variety here.
Could I have started casting Detect Magic when we first arrived? It takes 10 minutes, it'll be a little while before it actually goes off. But I just want to start
Okay, so You first.
I will point out to the others that these are humanoid skulls, though.
So while I look up and see exactly what Godfrey may be detecting, do any of you have anything to say about the decor?
It's a bit gauche.
It's not quite how I would have done it.
So Godfrey, as you cast Detect Magic, you see this entire area is flowing and weaving and thriving with abjuration magic. It seems to flow through all of the trees and the ground. And as you look up, follow it up, it flows through the canopy, but then you see it flow into the sky, in the breaks in the canopy, and sort of flow between the gaps in the trees and then come back down, as if this entire area is encased in a bubble of
Could I
abjuration.
infer that this keeping out the corruption of the swamp? Then?
You can infer that this is definitely some sort of very powerful protection spell.
And yet we're walking up to the front door.
Yeah, so it doesn't stop us coming in. Might stop us leaving.
Do you want to make an assumption on what the protection may be from? And why it has allowed you to walk through?
I do want that.
Are you going to make that assumption, or would you like to roll and see if you can?
I'm too stupid to make a good assumption, so I'm gonna roll.
Intelligence check.
13.
13. So you believe that you have managed to pass into this protection magic. This is some sort of very powerful, augmented protection from evil spell.
Yeah. I suppose I'd recognise that I have that spell.
This is like that times the Super Bowl.
Yeah, okay.
It's protecting quite a large area.
Some odd juxtaposition here. But I guess it is protecting from evil.
So you're standing at the threshold of this ramshackle house covered in wildflowers and skulls. How do you wish to present yourselves to the house? Are you going to knock at the door? Are you going to shout greeting? Or how do you want to approach this?
I mean, it's only polite to knock rather than just stand in the garden like a bunch of creeps.
I mean, this is, although a bit creepy, this is an oasis of good things with a massive bubble of protect from evil around it. How bad can it be, you know?
But we've said it now.
Maybe it just keeps the evil in.
To be honest, I'm kind of throwing caution to the wind a bit more than I normally would, because Javois is in peril and we're on a clock with Giselle. We can't afford to fuck around.
Yeah, I mean, we've got no other plans, so let's just fucking knock on the door.
Yeah, it's what we're here for, isn't it?
Off you go, Leo.
Who's going first?
Am I
Across the small bridge.
Am I going to go and knock on this door?
Hell yeah.
Okay, you stride forward across the small wooden bridge, Leo. Bound up the moss-covered stairs. Across the porch, you see a battered old wooden chair with a moss-covered, long-discarded cushion atop it. And several arrays of potted plants of all different varieties. With your background, you definitely can pick up that some of them are for recreational purposes.
What, the plant?
And as some of the plants, yes.
Okay.
You notice some recreational varieties of herbs growing in pots across the doorstep. And as you reach the door, you can see that it is just several sort of time-worn, swamp-rotted, moss-covered green planks, all sort of bolted together. And to the right of the door, there is a chain with a bright blue skull hanging from the end of it.
Nice. Guess we'll knock on said planks, maybe?
Okay. As you knock on the planks, there's a very dull... no response. Godfrey, have you still got detect magic going on?
Yeah.
So you notice that there is illusion, there's some illusion magic on the door.
Don't like that. Probably a mimic or something.
It looks to be about a foot long by 3 inches wide. Sort of rectangle across the door.
So it's like a bar on the door that's giving off illusion magic. Like it's hiding.
Is it a letterbox?
Seems to be on your side of the door.
Is it a magic letterbox?
Yeah, give it a feel. See if you can feel what's underneath, because the illusion usually is just over the top.
Well, Godfrey, you've noticed it. Do you want to stick your hand in the illusion magic?
I get your
I'm
hand.
gonna take my quarterstaff and poke it into the thing. Does it go
As
like
you-
through? Does it go?
It seems to go through the moss ever so slightly, and you feel like raised bits on the door.
Like
So
it,
as you sort of rub your stick back and forward, it click, clack, 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 as there's lots of little raised bits on the door.
Are they teeth? The door have teeth.
yeah, it could be teeth.
Do you want to make an intelligence check?
Does
Uh,
the intelligence...
2.
Yeah.
2. Could be fucking teeth, mate. Could be teeth.
I got 8.
God damn it.
Could be letters.
Could be
Yeah.
squirrel.
I mean, I did suspect it was letters, but why would you
Could be
hide?
both.
Why would you hide like the name of the house and nothing else? That makes no sense. Pull the skull.
Yeah.
Maybe you should just like the name of the house, you know what I mean? Like it could be the
Bingo.
Hag Hut or something, you know, and they don't like that name, so try to hide it.
Fine.
Let's
I
try.
will
Oh,
very
go on.
slowly touch the raised bit. See if I can tell if it's a letter.
Okay, as you reach forward, you do indeed find a small bit of raised wood as your hand goes through this mossy illusion. As you feel around it, you feel the letter R in common.
Okay. And the other letters.
As you follow it along to your right, you get RING. A little bit further on.
It just says ring the
THE.
doorbell.
It does indeed say ring the bell.
Why would you?
Is there another bit that says no salesman underneath?
I pull the skull chain or whatever.
So as you pull the bright blue skull on the chain, the doorbell sounds.
Is that one of those ones where you like ring?
And from inside the house, you hear, "Hello? Who is it?"
I swiftly stepped back behind Leogonal. I look at Leogonal and go, "Your show."
Hello. We're not selling anything.
This could take a long time.
I
Oh, what?
don't know what to say.
Alright, while Leo's just kind of floundering for words, which
So much for the charisma.
I know, right? I'm
Can't
just-
even answer a door.
We should have had a plan.
I'm just
We had a
gonna.
plan. The plan was knock on the door.
I'm
Yeah, but we should have
Jesus
done
Christ.
after that.
So while Leo's kind of floundering for words, I'm just gonna shout back like, "We're looking for Veska. We're friends of Javoy." See what happens.
As you shout that, you hear inside the door. The door flies open, and inside the doorway is a pale porcelain white face with long, sort of wild hair hanging down either side. And the features on the face seem far too large for the face itself. The eyes are huge, and there's a large grin on the face. There's a female form, about 5 feet in height, dressed all sort of dark, tattered, sewn together and repaired clothes.
Oh,
Oh, friends of Chavoy.
must be the wrong house. Let's leave.
Hi, I'm a Veska. Welcome. What brings you here to Veska's house?
You can see these large, sort of very dark, almost black irised eyes with tiny gimlet pupils in the middle, sort of just like regarding each of you. It's just like fixed grin that goes almost from ear to ear. Far too many teeth in her mouth. Very small, tiny teeth. But there's far too many of them. Just sort of fixedly staring at you. Her eyebrows are peeled almost to a hairline back, as if someone has caught her in a state of surprised joy, but the expression never relaxed.
This is the
I'm
worst.
not going in there. Just saying it. Staying outside. Green tea.
Bin hands, anyone? Anyone? No.
Come on, Leo, you're the bard. Explain the situation.
What can a Veska do for you? What brings you to my place? I know that you are good of heart, otherwise you would be dead.
Oh well.
Wow.
That's
Didn't roll any
encouraging.
punches with that protection from good or magic spell.
Did you haven't seen Javoy recently, have you?
Chavoy. Ah, Chavoy. It has been many dusks since Veska see Chavoy.
Insight check.
Okay, go for it.
Fuck me, that's a good one. 25.
25. So the mention of Javoy, you can see her pupils dilate ever slightly. Pale cheeks redden ever so slightly, as if the tiny, minuscule amount of blood that is in her body is just sort of trying to coalesce in her cheeks right now. Her smile widens even more. And she looks wistfully up into the sky as you mention his name. And you get the impression that she is being extremely genuine.
Okay.
Oh,
So she doesn't have him tied to the bed and she's like breaking his ankles with a sledgehammer.
No,
that
you
was kind
get the impression that she has a great fondness for Javoy.
Okay.
Yeah, he was
Has
with
been
us.
many dusks since I have seen Chavoy. I was hoping he would come back soon to talk to me. We like to share the tea and talk about the good old days.
Okay.
Why has your voice sent you? And then her eyes pass to you, Jasail, and she goes, "Oh, now Pesca see. You had the bad kiss, didn't you?"
Just a bit. Chavoy said you might be able to help us.
Mm. You need the quick moon, yes.
Yeah.
Mm. I can make for you the quick moon. It would be easier if Chavoy was here. But I suppose you can all come in. We can see what we can do. Would any of you like tea?
I'm good.
I might have a tea.
I'm
Oh,
very politely going to accept tea from this lady who's potentially about to save my life.
Follow Vesca. Come with Vesca. And she sort of just turns and beckons you all with these long, pale, skeletal fingers, just sort of like, come with Vesca.
Oh, good.
And sort of shuffles off, very hunch-shouldered, with her head at one side, like shuffles off back into her house. On the inside, as you step through the doorway, the inside of the house is lit by dozens of candles all over. Some are standard wax candles casting this beautiful warm orange light. Others are fragranced, and some are burning incense. So there's a very sort of heady mix of smells that just sort of boom hits you as you walk in the door. It's like taking a whiff of a hippie's handbag. There's patchouli and incense, and all sorts of essential oils burning. And also there's like this crazy mix of wildflowers and honeysuckle going on. As you look around, you see the walls of the house are actually covered in sort of vines and leaves and trailing wildflowers on the inside. You can see there's a very comfortable seating arrangement right in the middle of the main room as you walk in. As you look up, there's a high ceiling above you, sort of all draped with different types of hanging ivies, and you see grapevines hanging down with these big, beautiful, sort of dark red grapes, big juicy red grapes hanging off them. And below that, there is a simple table set out with a perfect white doily across it. It's gleaming. This thing has never seen a stain in its entire life. The table itself below it is shag nasty and warped. It's got planks missing and there's holes in it. You can see there's small pockmarks where woodworm have had a try. Either side of that, there is two very large, once many eons ago, elegant couches. And as you look, you can see these like beautiful carved wooden handles and armrests, inlaid with sort of wildflowers and fruits and forest animals, with these faded, threadbare, deep green velvet sort of cushions and coverings across the back. And there's two of those either side of the table, easily wide enough to fit 4 people on. And behind that, you can see right at the back, there is a small kitchen area that is just covered in dirty pots and pans, stacked high and precarious above a small sink. And you can see Vesca moves to the back and clicks her fingers and there's this flame appears under this big, huge, dark cast iron pot, which begins to bubble and hiss. You can see she's rattling around on the shelves above the sink, and you see her bringing out cups and glasses and mugs of all different shapes and sizes. And she goes, "I'm sorry, I'm not used to having so many guests. My crockery doesn't quite match. Will that be a problem?"
No.
"No, this is good. Wonderful." And see, she brings down enough cups for all of you, even though some of you have declined the tea. She's sort of boiling the water, and she rustles around beneath in the sideboard and brings out this beautiful, ornate, sort of white china teapot. Very large white china teapot, inlaid with beautiful blue and pink sort of vines all over it.
Alright, detect magic's still up. Is
Yes.
there anything in the house, and especially from the tea?
The tea itself, no.
Okay.
The house is brimming with every type of magic that you can perceive except necromancy.
Okay.
Jeff having a tea like hundreds.
So the entire place is just brimming with bits and bobs of like magic. Evocation in one bit with like one of the candles you can see, and then in the corner there's a bit of illusion magic where you suspect it is right next to a big stack of pots. You suspect a second stack of pots hidden behind the illusion magic. It's like little bits here and there. There's nothing huge. There's no huge sort of artifacts. There's just lots of little knickknacks and trinkets, all giving off little auras.
Okay.
It's lit up like a Christmas tree in there with your detect magic on. The tea itself is mundane. You can see that she's sprinkling some dark sort of leaves into the teapot, and then she goes and paints. There's like a dark orange powder goes in, and you can see like a large mushroom goes in.
Man, I really
You
wish I
start
had
to
detect
pour.
poison right now.
Pour the pot, and as she lifts it forward, you can see her arms are very thin. It's as if there's no flesh on the bones. Very skeletal. Sort of tattered rags drift back off her arms, and then she hefts this huge cast iron pot with ease. Like it looks as if this thing weighs more than her, but she lifts it up absolutely.
Does a magical essence come off her? Or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. She is brimming with magic.
Yeah.
You can see that she is. She's. Ooh, make an intelligence check for me.
Oh,
I
man.
don't think you've used a detect magic on a person yet to determine how much you would gain of her magical prowess.
Just to go along with my usual intelligence rolls, it's a 1.
Hey.
It's a 1. Super magical, bro.
Yeah, I bang me head off like some pans hanging off a rack. I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. She goes, "Mind your heads. You are all taller than the best guy. Sorry, I keep things hanging low. I cannot reach pretty high.
Yeah,
So
I can see that.
please take a seat. The tea will be ready soon."
I am slightly less alarmed now, though, after this detect magic stuff.
So you can see she's pouring this boiling water into the teapot, and then she sets the pan back down and it licks her fingers and flicks at the flame, and it eventually winks out. And then she shuffles over, like carrying all the cups in her arm, very precariously, clinking and jinking. And then she brings and puts the teapot down atop the doily, very careful. And then she lays out a cup in front of each of you. Some of them are chipped. Jessiel, you've just got a long glass in front of you, and she begins to pour the tea. The steaming
brown tea. And as she pours it out, the smell of butter reaches your nostrils. It's like warm melted butter as she pours the tea into each of the things. She pours one for herself, and then she sits. Are you all going to take a seat? Have you all taken a seat?
Yeah, I'll sit.
Yeah.
Obviously.
No.
Yeah, very awkwardly sitting.
I just like that.
Then
Like, no!
as she looks and notices that there's more four of you, she goes, "Who will sit with the sky?"
She wants someone to sit on her knee or something.
No, you cannot all fit on one couch.
Oh,
And she sits next to her. Who will sit with the sky?
I think Jasale, obviously, you're the one who needs the investigation, so looks like it's you.
Well,
Yeah,
thanks, guys.
Sit near the doctor so that she can examine you.
Go on, I'll
Yeah.
sit next to my creepy new friend. Let's do it.
Okay, as you sit down, she's like, Vesca was hoping it would be you. And then she pours some more tea, she fills the rest of the tea up, and then she like ushers each of you to take a drink of the tea. This is your boy's favorite tea. We will drink now, yes. And she's this
Nice.
horrible sucking sound that she like knocks back the tea like in one. It's good. And she pours herself another cup. And then waits expectantly for you all to drink the tea.
I'll have a sip, like.
Yeah.
Alright, who's taking the first sip?
It's one for you guys. I'm sat on the couch.
After you,
Go on,
Liv.
and I'll take a
Yeah.
sip.
Leo,
Yeah.
so you
Sip it up.
lift your broken porcelain cup to your mouth. The finger hold off it is so small you can only get the pad of your forefinger and thumb through it. You sort of have to hold the cup with your other hand beneath you, raise it to your lips. The smell of sort of warm melted butter and caramel hits your nose as you take a sip. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, come on. No shit, not 20.
Hey.
Not 20.
Just means you're not going to get
29.
high.
So,
Even though
as
you want
that
to.
first sip of the caramel butter tea hits your mouth, this childish impulse inside you takes over and wants you to down the lot immediately and drink more. But you're a mature adult that likes to savor things, so you only take a sip, appreciate the flavor, and then place the cup back down on the table.
Cool. It is tasty, though.
Who is next to drink the tea?
Go on, I'll
Alright.
drink some Blair's original
Yeah.
tea.
So, as you lift your tall glass to your mouth, it's boiling hot. You have to hold it right around the rim and then sort of place a couple of fingers right underneath the bottom of it. It's completely incorrect receptacle for a boiling hot tea, but you go with it anyway. Lift it up. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
I rolled a 6.
6. So as this beautiful caramel, honey, and melted butter tea hits your mouth, like you get this burst of joy from childhood, tasting your very first sweetie. And this impulse comes over and you just down the lot. As you do, you put the glass back down on the table. Your head feels absolutely fine.
Oh.
You're high as fuck, that's why.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
You're actually feeling quite wonderful right now.
Are our pupils like massive suddenly?
As you look at Giselle, you can't see her pupils, like her eyes are silver.
Oh, God. Forgot about
This
that.
is relaxed, and there is a very relaxed smile across her face.
Does that make me suspicious in any way? Or does it just seem like it's... Like, does it look like a drug reaction? I've probably seen those before.
Yeah.
I mean,
this
this is probably the first time you've seen Giselle looking entirely chill since you've met her.
That in itself is suspicious.
Make a medicine check.
Oh, man. Our rolls went from real good to real bad very quickly. Well, I rolled 3 plus 6, so 9.
9. With a 9, you have no idea what effect this tea's having, whether it's herbal, magical, medicinal, you're not quite sure. But it looks like Jess doesn't have any headaches anymore. It looks like she has the face of someone that has been suffering with very bad headaches for a while. They've gone.
Okay.
So we can keep going around the table if we want. If people want to keep being suspicious of the tea. Who's next to drink?
I'll just fucking drink it.
Constitution saving throw, please, Godney.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. So
I wanted this on the medicine check, not on the tea drink.
This is the sweetest, most delicious tea that you've ever tasted. It reminds you of your childhood.
That's a long time.
And for a moment, as the liquid touches your mouth, you are relaxed and calmed. Your suspicions are quelled. Then you remember that you are a grown adult and you like to savor these things, and you put the cup back down on the table. And then all of your worries and suspicions slowly start to creep back in.
Okay.
Who's next to drink the tea?
Go on, I'll have some tea. Con save, I assume.
Yes, please. Constitution saving throw.
6. Yes.
6. Torlek, as you bring the tea to your mouth, the smell of it alone causes the oasis reflex to kick in, and you just down it in one. It's as if it doesn't even touch the sides. Like, for those of you sitting around watching Torlek, his throat opens like that of a gull, and the tea just pours down in one. As it does, you see Torlek's blisters sort of fizzle and fade, and his skin takes on a natural skin tone.
Oh, wow.
Some good tea.
That is some good tea.
Very good tea. So the rest, so Arwen, you're left.
I'm good.
You're fine.
You're all burnt as well, aren't you?
I've got my cream. I arrived alright. I'll leave alright. I'm not drinking her tea. Thank you very much.
You do not wish to drink the tea.
Nope.
As you don't drink the tea, Veska sort of very slowly turns towards you, and her head tilts ever so much to the side. It's almost touching her right shoulder. Do you not like the tea?
I don't drink hot drinks, Pet. I'm alright, thanks.
She clicks her fingers. It is now cold for you.
Oh!
Will not taste that good. You should still drink it now.
Chug, chug, chug,
I
chug.
don't know, man. I had a lot to drink on the way. I think I'll pass. Let everybody else have a sip. You're alright. Thank you very much.
She sort of stands up to her full height. Her brows sort of focused down. These huge sort of eyebrows, and she's looking up out from under you. This grimace is still across her face, but it's a weird expression.
Like the eyebrows look as if they're creased in anger, but there's this huge grin. She just
I'm off.
reaches across the table, these spectral fingers coming towards you. She snatches up your tea. Down it. More for Vesca then. And puts your cup down next to her. And then she cracks her neck and turns back to you, just saying, so, tell Vesca all about this tornado.
Do I
You can
have
see
to?
this like long grey tongue sort of flicks out and runs from one side of her mouth. All the way across you there.
So glad you guys can't see my face right now. Yes, I'll give her a sort of a brief rundown of that part of our adventure.
She goes, ooh, Vesca is so very sorry about your friend. But we can make for you this quick moon. This will be fine. Do you know what ingredients it takes? Vesca does. We need
What was the blood of that fairy creature, right?
Very good. Yes. Pure fey blood and heat root. Do you have these things for Vesca?
I'll reach into my bag and pull out the silver nugget and the flask of fey blood. Say we've got 2/3 of it. We were hoping you could help us with the heat root.
She takes the fey blood off you and she can see her swirling it round and the thing pops the cork off the top in. Ooh. Puts the cork back on. This is good. And takes the silver nugget off you, and then there's like a moment of like shock, focused shock at this lump of silver. Vesca will not ask where you got this. And then it like disappears inside her spectral fingers, which she puts that down on the table, and then she holds her hand out again and goes, and the heat root.
We haven't been able to find any. Javoy was bringing us to you to hopefully help us with that last part.
Javoy was bringing you to Vesca.
Sorry, I misspoke. He directed us to you.
Are we not telling them that he was kidnapped by other hives?
Yes. Javoy. You can see her eyes sort of widened, and that grin's ever so slightly pulled in at the sides now. Look of very slight look of concern as she's staring at you, Torlek. The head is tilted to the left now.
Can I interject and just say he's back in town?
Oh, okay.
I think she'll probably know if we outright lie.
I was gonna, yeah. Do we not, or we're not planning to try and get Javoy back? Would it not be useful to have this woman's help?
Also that.
Well, yeah, but we don't want her to. Well, we can't really talk about that.
We don't want her to think that, you know, like we just left him out there to die. Well, we're sitting here drinking tea.
Okay. Well, I was under the impression that we came here to also tell her that so we could find him.
Well, yeah, but we don't want her to be really pissed off with us before she's cured Jess.
Look at that face! Look at Glenn's scary face that he's doing. And could you lie to that face, basically, is what I'm saying.
Deception check.
Just staring at you, waiting for an answer.
Staring at me?
Yeah.
She knows that you know.
Yeah. Well, we don't 100% know where he is. We know he's in the Hagsmire, but we were fighting to try and protect him, and he has disappeared. So as soon as our friend, and I'll gesture to Giselle, isn't in mortal danger, we're immediately going to go and try and find him, which is something else you might be able to help us with.
With that, she picks up the teapot and begins to pour the tea on the floor.
Okay.
Oh no.
You can hear this like sloshing as the liquid pours out. The lid of the top of the teapot falls off and clinks to the floor.
Oh, look what
As
you've
the
done.
last bit of tea drains out of it, you can brings the teapot in front of her, swirls it round a little bit, and begins to study the inside and the tea leaves. And then she freezes still. And you can't even perceive a breath or a pulse or a movement on her. She's staring at these tea leaves. And then you hear a very barely audible, "Oh no." And she places the teapot down and holds one hand over it and looks at you all. What happened to Joy? Why is he with the blights?
He fell in the swamp.
Yeah.
Oh, he is
Actually, did
always.
he fall or did he get chucked in the swamp? I don't remember.
He knows not to go through. And she stops mid-sentence. And her grin shrinks to a pinprick on her face. And her eyes sort of freeze in place, as if she's watching something through the tea leaves. And you can see that she begins to do this weird rhythmic motion with her hands. Steam begins to rise from the teapot, in the middle of the teapot. As it does, it flows up to fill the space, almost like a genie appearing from a lamp. Like it fills the space around the table. And she's continuing to move her hands. And as she does so, you swear you begin to perceive shapes within the smoke. As you look deeper, the shapes begin to take on form. There is movement. There's a shape with bright, wild orange hair. Down on its knees, held fast by thick brown roots and vines around his hands and his feet. You see clearly now Javoy straining, kneeling in the dirt, with blood running from his nose and from his one eye. You see him struggling against his bonds. And then the vision sort of begins to pan out ever so slightly. You can see three large, hunched figures. Their forms are disfigured and distorted. You can't quite see the details of them, but they don't look... They're humanoid, but they don't look correct humanoid. They look disfigured, very heavily disfigured. They're all in sort of dark robes with these, looks to be masks and headpieces on, and they're slowly, rhythmically moving their arms and circling around Javoy. And as Veska continues to conjure this vision, you hear talking. It's deep, masculine.
can see Javoy lifting his head up. He's shaking as if straining against something. And the blood is running from his nose. And a large, broad-shouldered figure comes into view and blocks your view of Javoy. Black plate armor, these huge shoulder blades, this massive armor. Compared to Javoy, you guess this person's maybe 7 feet, 8 feet in height. There's a very faded, worn and ripped royal blue cape trimmed in silver draped from their shoulders. You can see the back of their head is bald all over, and their skin is pallid. It's like a sickly white green. They have their back to you. You can see that Javoy sort of meets their gaze. He struggles against the bond. And the figure begins to bend down and lean close. Prince of the Green, how honored I am to finally meet you. I have waited so long to converse with you, Javoy. But alas, you have evaded me these many, many long years. You know, I have considered my words in this moment 1,000 times over. Should I gloat? Do I show you the extent of my frustration at your elusive nature? Do I beat you to a bloody pulp and leave your carcass here for the crows? No. With thought, I've realized that none of these would suffice. And I have realized, in pondering this moment, salivating over your capture, that there is only one thing that needs to be said. And the figure begins to stand up and raises to their full height. You can see them extend out a hand towards Javoy, and Javoy is visibly shaking now, as if his entire body is straining against these bonds. All of his muscles are flexing and he's trying to wrench himself free. Javoy, Prince of the Green, what is it that you desire most? And then the scry spell ends and the smoke sort of dissipates in the teapot. You can see the Veska is visibly shaken. Sort of her hands have come down into her lap and she's just sitting there with her eyes wide and a very concerned look on her face.
That's not good.
Do you know who that was? Do you know who was Javoy?
I would assume from what he said it's the Lord of Whispers.
The Mud King has Javoy. This is true. We must find Javoy quickly. We do not know how long he can last. He is powerful, but the King of Shit and Peace, Lord of Whispers, he will break my Javoy.
I mean, that's all well and good, but I don't think we're ready to run straight at the devil himself.
If you, Veska, if you could scry him, do you know where he is exactly?
Veska knows. Veska knows where Javoy is now. Chavoy is in the Titan's boneyard. It is the place where the blights practice their foul magic, where they corrupt this part of the Hagsmire.
So he's close. He's in bad company, but he's close by, and he's not in an unassailable fortress, is what you're saying.
No, he is at the heart of their dark magic. A very powerful place, the Hagsmire. It is the point on which, when this was a beautiful forest, it was the doorway to the Fae. Now it is a horrible place. The bones of a great beast lie in the dirt, full of dark magic and horrible power. Chavoy will have to wait it out. He will have to fight. I know that we cannot go there now. She looks at you, Jess, and goes, your condition is too delicate to help my Chavoy. We must cure you first before we go to rescue Chavoy. This Vesca's nose. Though it makes Vesca's heart sad. We will find for you the hate root. Vesca will show you where. You go and get, and then you bring back to Vesca. I cannot leave my grove, or the blights will find Vesca and ruin everything that Vesca has tried to do here.
Do we think that the guy we saw in the vision was literally there, or he was just being like projected there?
Ooh, make an Arcana check.
Can I help you puzzle this out? I'm quite
You
arcanic.
can indeed
Oh yeah.
help. Roll with advantage. Whichever one of you's got the higher
It's definitely you, Jess.
score in Arcana. Roll with
I have
advantage.
0.
25.
Fuck yes! Get in.
25.
I think we all know that.
Yes, you are 100% sure that that was an astral projection.
Oh, thank
Yes.
fuck.
Okay. That's
Okay.
much better.
This is good.
You perceived very slight shimmers in the form of the Lord of Whispers that would suggest someone that is projecting their form from a very long distance away.
Yeah, I'd much rather attack the Superstar Destroyer than the Death Star.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
this
you
is good.
recognize the hand movements and gestures of the forms surrounding Javoy as some sort of very, what is the tribalistic summoning ritual.
Okay.
At least that piece of knowledge puts rescuing him firmly within the realms of possibility, whereas before it was not.
Mhm.
Yeah. It would have been suicide. It still might be suicide. But it's worth attempting.
No, we can't leave him. Vesca, what can you tell us about the blights, the hags?
They are foul sisters. They heard the whisper each to get what they desire many years ago. Vesca was there. We were tasked with keeping the forest safe
But when the Lord of Whispers campaign washed over us, he took with him everything that was beautiful. He took with him our power to reproduce. So the sisters traded their souls for a baby.
Oh, that's what's his face, isn't it?
Papa.
Papa, you
I assume
have
they don't call him Papa because that's just weird. If so,
No, Papa is his name. You have met Papa. Jevoy took him many years ago to try to heal the babe. Alas, its heart is black and void of love. The only way to heal this is with death. But Jevoy is good of heart, and he wished to try, though it brought only pain and suffering on him and Poyana. And now they are resentful and hateful that their child has been taken from them and has not returned. They are very powerful when they are together. They have tried to kill Veska many times, destroy Veska's grove. But Veska is too smart for them. Though it has meant that Veska is a prisoner.
you say they're stronger together. Is there anything that would turn them against each other, or allow us
No.
to split them up?
Hmm.
It's like something that one of them
To
desires that
split
they don't.
them would take great cunning and force. They go everywhere together. They are together powerful. Their power is linked with their bond. If you kill one, the rest will fall like a house of cards.
Hmm.
But to find
Something
one by themselves is very rare.
Gotta go to the bathroom sometime.
Please,
Hmm.
women never do that alone.
Damn.
Perhaps there is a way. Perhaps there is a way. You have met the Papa, yes?
Yeah,
Mhm.
unfortunately.
Betsy was the most loving of Papa. She is the one that wished for him most. Perhaps you could lure Betsy with Papa.
It's a nice one. If we
Not
could
the
defeat
worst idea.
Papa. already failed at that once.
Kuzas and Vigiog did not like the babe so much once he had appeared. So Betsy took over the care of the babe. It is a shame that Betsy is the worst of them all.
Of course.
Kuzas perhaps could be enticed by powerful magic. She has a love of trinkets and baubles. She lures people into the Hagsmire that carry such things. Vigiog is the smartest of the three, the shrewdest, the oldest. It is Vigiog that has almost killed Veska many times.
But Basic's the more powerful one.
Betseg is the worst.
Just the
She
worst.
has the most hate in her heart.
Okay. It's the cruelest.
Yes. Vigiog is smart. And Kuzas is greedy.
Okay, well, that's good intel. But I think we'll probably better get on with getting this stuff for Jasil.
The heat
Before we
root,
go on with it.
yes. If you did not bring, there is a place close to Vesca's Grove that carries the heat root. It is to the east of here, though I have not been for many years. Jevoy normally brings to me the things that I need for my potions and poultices. Last I heard, Jevoy had seen corruption in the area. Last he tried to collect the heat root for Vesca. He found a scary and had to destroy it. He did not know if the corruption was cleansed then or not.
Fucking Scary.
What was the
You
Scary
have
again?
met a scary. They are horrible things, full of death and hate, as is so many things in the Hajmire these days. But you must go there if you wish to find the heat root. It is a large orange leaf root. Large, broad, orange and yellow leaves like the fire. You must find me 6 of those. Should be enough to create the quick moon.
Then she looks to the ceiling of the hut, as if peering through the roof.
You do not have much time left before the transformation. Do you wish to rest with Vesca first? Or go now?
Do I have enough time to rest?
How long would you estimate?
You have to be quick if you rest.
How long do you think we have, Vesca?
She looks at you, Jess, and you can see these skeletal fingers reach out to grasp by the side of your face. Do you let her?
Yes, but I'm not enjoying it.
Feels very pointy and bony as these fingers touch your face, and she sort of tilts your head towards her, and she brings her face
Very close to yours. You can see her eyes are sort of moving back and forward across yours.
and she examines you, and she lifts you up and looks at your teeth.
16 hours.
Okay.
Probably not enough
16
for a rest.
hours.
Hmm.
And then it is too late.
I say we go now. What do you think, guys?
I mean, yeah. Though I think the most we could do is a short rest if people need to heal up, but
Mhm.
otherwise, we'd just go.
I think the only person who took any significant amount of damage was Leo, and if needs be, I'll burn another spell slot to heal him up because we have no time.
I mean, if you like, you could stay and drink more tea while we go.
I mean, how long have we been here, Glenn?
You've been there about half an hour.
So it'd only be half an hour more to do like a short rest. I don't know.
I think we should just like take crack on.
Yeah.
Like chances are, if I'm taking damage, everyone else is taking damage. So Then we get the big spells out.
I don't have any big spells left.
No.
I suggest you drink your tea before you go. It will help if you do not wish to rest with Veska.
You'll get that whole teapot down you.
I already quacked some of it. That was
Chug,
good.
chug, chug, chug.
Do I regain any hit points from the tea? It is delicious.
You
Just
can
feel
chug
less
the
bad
tea
about
now.
dying.
If you drink the tea now, you don't have to make a Constitution saving throw. Now you've tried it, you know what's coming, so you can either sip it gradually or you can down the lot.
I think I'll just take a couple of nice swigs,
A couple of nice swigs.
well measured swigs. Like not proper like.
You regain on 2 swigs. You regain 3 hit points.
No. How much is left? Another swig?
You had a porcelain cup with a tiny cup holder, so there is maybe another 2 gulps left.
Go on, I'll have them as well. Might as well. I'll give the last one a whirl.
Do you take it in 2 swigs or do you take it in 1?
I'll take it in 1. Okay.
Take it in 1.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it.
5 hit points back.
Oh, I only needed 3 there. That's fine. I don't have any hit points.
So we all stand up and Leo just starts chugging down the teapot like.
It was really nice.
With what was in his cup, and she looks to you, Arwen, with your cold glass of tea now. She goes, "Would you like me to refill my teapot? Veska did drink all of yours. You have the nasty burns."
I don't really want you to go to any trouble. Okay.
To find the heat roots, follow my path, then turn east. Look to the first tree on your left. Call the name Golly. He will show you the way.
Golly.
Golly. You must pronounce it correctly.
Okay, well, we're dead.
Thank you.
Like goalie.
Golly. I like this practice with the Veska. Golly.
I don't think my voice goes that high.
Goalie?
Golly. Try with the Veska, everyone. On a 1. On a 2. Oh.
This is the worst. Okay, well, we're running out of time. Let's get out of here.
Do this and he will come to you. Golly will show you the way.
Goalie!
Bring back the heat root, 6 of the heat root for Veska. If you bring more, it will be better, but 6 is the minimum I need for this quest to make the tea.
Okay.
Bring back to Veska so we can save Javoy. I have faith in you all.
Alright.
You will not let Veska.
You will not let Veska down. Excuse me.
Well, okay. I'm gonna just go to the door now and go like, yes, very fine tea, goodbye.
Thank you, Veska. Thank you for your hospitality. And just before we go, can I ask one more thing of you, please? A small favour.
Yes.
Would you happen to have 2 vials of pure water that I can pinch?
Just a little bit small.
Let me see.
And she spins round moves to the kitchen. You can see she's like opens the cupboards underneath the big piles of dishes, and under there you can see there is just hundreds of vials of stuff. There's vials and jars, and you swear you see an eyeball in one of them. You can see she's rooting round, and she brings out 2 jars with pure water. And she goes,
What will you give Veska for these?
Give her a kiss.
Sticks.
Couple of sticks.
Well,
Oh,
I see
yeah.
you're a fan of home comforts because you have a penchant for lovely tea and doilies and nice cozy places to live, and what better way to increase the cozy ambience of your home than with some lovely incense. I have 2 blocks of incense I'll be more than happy to give you.
Ooh, this is a good trade.
she hands you the 2 jars of pure water, takes the incense and smells them.
Ah, these are lovely. This will go lovely in Veska's house.
Oh, I'm
And she
glad
puts
you
them
like
down
it.
to the side.
Thank you very much, Veska. And that not immediately now, but as we're wandering off, I'm gonna smush up my milkweed seeds into these things so they can start marinating.
Ah, nice. Nice. Well done. Well done for remembering the milkweed seeds.
Okay. So, as you all leave Veska's house, she does the horrible, awkward thing that parents do. She follows you to the door and then stands in the doorway with the door open and then watches you traverse down the path, all the while waving at you, expecting a wave back. And then as you turn, if any of you do turn and wave, she just continues to wave. And she will watch you until you move out of sight around the copse of trees.
One of those
You
guys.
get the feeling that she hasn't quite closed the door yet, and she's still watching after you. As you traipse back down the beautiful white path, the puffballs and ivy and crocuses all puff their pollen, and beautiful scents all over you. You come to the end of the path. And as you look to the east, there is a large oak tree that you did not notice before. Huge and majestic, beautiful and healthy and vibrant. This beautiful canopy all around it. It looks entirely out of place.
Well, go on, Leo. You've got the best pipes.
Do I have?
I mean, we're
I'm
all
ready.
staring at you, waiting.
Give me a second. Let's warm up.
The one already had 16 hours.
Hello.
You hear nothing.
Come on, it's got to be
Your
his
majestic
name.
voice rings out across the Hagsmire.
Yeah. That's the warm up. Golly!
And from the branches you hear a... What the fuck do you want?
It's not. Yeah. Not the response I was looking for. Golly, we've been suggested you might know where to find some roots for us.
Fuck off!
That was perfect pronunciation of his name.
It was. I agree.
Who fucking told you I was here?
Oh, Lady Veska. You know her?
Oh, fucking Veska.
Yeah, I know, Veska. What you want?
We're looking for some roots.
There's fucking loads of them in the Agsmire. What do you want? What type of root? Come on, tell me.
Looks like fire, large orange leaves.
Heat root, boys.
Oh,
Heat root.
fucking eat root. Oh, the fucking eat root's infested with fucking scaries and fucking death spores and fucking all sorts of shit. What do you want that for?
We needed to help out a friend.
This is the point where if I was wearing sunglasses, I'd be taking them off. But
Oh, fucking hell. If fucking old Veska said I'd take it here, I fucking bet it wouldn't interrupting my fucking sleep.
I mean, she's
And
probably
then
watching right now.
the branches above you sort of rustle, and then this figure pops out, drops down from the branches above you with sort of dark brown hair, these curled back brown horns, long furry brown legs that end in hooves, and this sort of very tanned skin that's covered in these horrible sort of green brown patches of dried skin, almost like psoriasis. If it was sort of, it looks like it's covered in psoriasis, but if it was green brown instead of red and white. He's got a face that says, "I don't fucking love anyone." With just imagine him covered in sort of psoriasis here. Fucking hell, this satyr drops from the tree, lands with it in front of you. He's about 2.5 feet tall, very stunted, hunchbacked and curled over. Oh, fucking hell, I'm not fucking getting involved with any of your shit when you get there, mind. I'll fucking show you the way and then I'm back to my fucking business, alright.
But does he think we can go the distance?
He looks at you, Arwen, and goes, you any fucking go with that one string instrument? You fucking better be. This Christ, old fucking corpse bombs are quick as shit. Then he looks to you two armored guys and goes, you're gonna fucking sink in that shit. Oh, fucking hell. Bunch of fucking amateurs. Come on then, we're fucking gonna get some bastard heat root. Full of fucking goalie. Can't believe she fucking told you to pronounce it like that. What a fucking liberty. And he just sort of stomps off and starts clumping away to the east. His shoulders fold over. You can see he's dragging this fucking half-arsed like spear with a broken tip and like the wrappings kind of hanging off it. He's just sort of dragging it through the fucking through the mud. Just every now and again you just hear him mumble, "Fuck, what a fucking liberty" under his breath. And he's just sort of stomping off in front of you.
Like the most prepared guy, like, you know, making a mockery of us, like, but you know, he's lobbing around with a shitey spear and a shit pair of pants. He's only 2 foot high.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we're all carrying spears that were found in the marsh as well. So.
Yeah, he might be able to have one if he wasn't such a dick about it.
I prefer his honesty.
Yeah. So he's just marching off. You guys following him?
Guess so, man.
yeah, I guess he said he'd take us there.
All right. Okay. So Goalie takes. He's not walking as fast as Javoy. He doesn't lead you as like quickly through the marsh as Javoy does. But you can see that every step he takes is measured and calculated, and he knows exactly where he's putting his feet. You do not at any time sink into the mud. The vines don't bother you. You are being watched by the eyes as you go. And every now and again you can see Goalie sort of looking off the side and fucking, "Fuck off, you fucking bastards. Fucking watching Goalie. Leave me to me fucking business, will you fucking perverts. Fuck off." And just sort of staring at the eyes as he's going along.
Man after my own heart, Goalie.
Just keeps sort of marching on. And he leads you through the Hagsmire, through like
back into the stagnant waters where the smell is sort of fetid, and after the sweet smells of the honey and the flowers of Veska's beautiful grove. It's almost like an affront. It's like you've walked from this beautiful incensed and patchouli scented foyer into the worst toilet you've ever seen in your life. There's this horrible affront of smell. Like, it feels like it coats you with this film of grime from top to bottom as you're walking through. There's insects buzzing around you, and the eyes watch you as you march through. There's a light wind blowing, but it's hot and humid and sweaty. And those of you that are wearing anything heavier than leather armor can start to feel it chafe a little bit, and your straps are rubbing. Your gambesons are feeling like hot and full of sweat. And after an hour of walking, if there's nothing that you guys would like to talk to Goalie about, after an hour of walking, he's going to stop, turn to you all, point, and then just go, after fucking you. That's where the heat grows. All the black-skinned death spores and the death caps and the scaries and all them nasty fucking villains are all in there. So fucking set about them, and I'm gonna go back to my fucking tree. Alright?
Could you wait here just for a minute, Goalie, and take us back so we don't get stuck in the mud?
Oh, for fuck's sake,
I mean,
man.
you're going back anyway, mate.
Fucking that way, son. Gee. Alright, fucking what's in it for me? What you got? You got any fucking apples?
Spears.
You got any fucking apples?
We need the fancy rations.
I was going to
left.
say, I've got Payana's
'Cause
rations.
I'll give him one of them. I bet there's apples in that.
Oh, fucking hand it over and see what we fucking got here. Oh, fucking hell, look at this shit. Oh, alright, you fucking bought yourselves half an hour. I'm gonna fucking sit here and touch myself and eat this fucking lovely grub off your fucking trot. Go on.
I'd rather get lost in the swamp.
Is he doing that order? Cause
I was going to say...
He just literally sits down where he is. He just goes, right, fucking hell. Oh, this fucking, cashew nuts. Fuck me, what a fucking, that's very nice. I haven't seen one of them in fucking years. Lovely. Ooh, fucking raisins. Oh, get the fucking. Right, fucking go on then. Go and sit about them. Get fucking stuck in, would you? Stop
We kill
fucking
this guy
standing
first.
around here like a load of limp dicks. You fucking what? People are fucking come to hags my these days. It's not like it was in my day, I fucking tell you what.
Oh
Fuck
god.
me.
Let's
Oh,
go before he
no.
starts talking about immigration.
I'm just gonna turn to the group and say, like, I've met Scary and Deathcaps before. It was a Deathcap that gave me this, and just point to the scar on my face. See you in half an hour, Goalie.
So
But-
what are we expecting from these things, Torlek?
Well, they are horrible, rotten creatures. They're like perverted versions of myconids, these Deathcaps, and they're squishy as fuck. But they have like a horrible, burning, poisonous attack, and there might be something to do with spores. I'm not sure.
Is that up close or is it ranged?
Up close, up close. They never shot anything at me. But the Scary, they're small, little, multi-armed, goblin-like, horrible bastards, and they corrupt things around them, but they're not very strong. The one that I fought, it hid behind its minions and just threw sharp stones at me. When I got up close, that was what did it in. So if you see one, I think that's probably what you take out first, because the others are they're pretty squishy to take out, and they weren't that fast either. They were a bit stupid, you know. It seemed to
Well, I
me
mean, don't
that
be too insulting. They might be about to kill us.
it seemed
And then who looks like a fool?
it seemed to me that a death cap is to a myconid as a zombie is to a human. if you get my drift.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
kind of the impression that I got.
If you can corral them into a little group, we can chuck a nice knife or a bath bomb at them.
I think fire will be their undoing, definitely. They're plant-based creatures after all.
Beautiful.
Sounds like a plan.
You hate fire.
Let's get going.
What, multi-arm, by the way.
The Scary, it had 4 arms and it flung loads and loads of sharp little stones at me in like a flurry of blows.
What a dick.
They are little bastards.
What a dick.
Horrible corrupting influences on the world, and if we can remove some of them from the world, then that's a good thing.
Cool. Let's do it.
Let's go kill some mushrooms.
Let's go.
Okay. Under the shelter of a large, sort of dead, decaying tree with brown, dying leaves on it, you can see the bark is covered in this black sort of mold that looks to be infecting the entire tree. Either side of you, there's stagnant pools of water. You can see that there's a grove in front of you with a campfire burning ahead, and there's 2 small figures covered in what looks to be moss and bits of bone. So you can see they carry sharpened stones, very undead, made of sort of fungus and dead, decaying bits of rotting bodies and animals, dripping with
Carrying so
slime.
many knives around my crotch area, to be honest.
So they're not animals, are they?
They are classed as undead.
Oh, never mind then.
No, you can't talk to them.
Well, so I talk to beasts, I talk to the maggoty things, so you know.
So you've got quite a bit of distance between you and them. Up ahead, you can see there's a campfire, several tents set out, and a small hand cart. And you can see these 2 of these horrible sort of undead, fungal, scarry things sort of prowling around, moving in very disjointed, as if the extras from the Ring movie that didn't quite make it into the film, sort of jarring around, jarring movements, sort of prowling around the camp. Every now and again, you can see one stab at something, and then there's like you see a spurt of blood come up.
Does this camp look like it was active recently?
The campfire is still burning.
Yeah. But there's no sounds of like anyone living or anything like that.
No, you can't hear any sounds. Just the wind, the gentle crackle of the campfire in the distance, and then the occasional. Sort of coming from the distance.
Well, I've got to be within 60 feet to Sacred Flame. I just can jump
What
straight in.
why?
So, from where you guys are,
Yeah.
it's going to be, there is a large tree up ahead of you, about 30, 35 feet in front of you. It's providing quite a bit of cover. So you are going to have a modifier if you wish to approach stealthily. If not, there is a chance that they will see you, as there is a clear line of sight between you and at least one of them that's prowling around the camp. They haven't noticed you yet, though.
So I say, can we not approach from maybe around here?
Yeah.
Get a cheeky surprise in.
In there. But
Mhm.
I'm quite conscious that there might be something over here.
Touche.
So, just my thoughts on the subject.
Godfrey, from where you are, you can see one of these big red and yellow leaved plants growing right by the side of the water there.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it one we need to get?
You need at least 6 of them, right?
For?
5, 10, 20, 25, 30.
Is that a fire or like a little one?
That's a little fire.
A little campfire that's still burning.
We only need to be like here to start doing Sacred Flame and stuff. And then they have to come over the water and stuff. I don't know. I might just stay in there.
I'd say we could just sneak over here. and see how that goes. You know.
Yeah,
I mean, we're going after the plant anyway.
Exactly.
I mean, is this like the only camp? There might be more over like there.
Yeah.
I'm very
and,
planted. I did
like,
go to the store that time as well, so just.
Well, give us like a cart and stuff. I don't think it's their camp. If that makes
yeah.
sense.
I think so.
Just to interject a little bit, I think I might be able to see something that I'm not supposed to. If if Adam's just pinged it.
Ambassador Das.
The dead bit.
Yeah, a dude, a dead dude.
Yeah, no, you can see. You can see. I told you that they were stabbing at stuff and there was blood coming up from the floor. So the perception. As you concentrate on it, you can see what looks to be a body lying on the floor.
Could also like behind this and like maybe kick it into them and watch them deal with it.
Well, just what Torlek was saying is that they're quite slow, isn't it? So it seems better to stay as far away as possible.
No,
so that they have to
the death caps are slow. The Scary was
these
not.
guys aren't. Okay.
And they have arranged. They threw shit at me with acuity and alacrity.
Okay.
My suggestion is to close the gap, see what you can see, and then we reassess from there. And I'll stay back here because I'm a clanky boy.
But that looks like it might have some sort of flammables in it, and there's a fire there.
We've all got Molotov cocktails left, haven't we? I have one left.
No.
I've got some left, I think. I don't think I've used any of mine.
I think I've got one left.
I don't have any left, but that's for the best, really.
Right. So what would you guys like to do?
Yeah, I mean, if he's wanting to sneak closer, I don't think it's a good idea of me and Torlek try that.
I'm going to go after everyone else. I'm just going to wait here and see what everyone else does because I don't want to give us away.
Right. So I'm going to let you guys, because you have the sort of sneak attack advantage at the minute, to decide your initiative order. So who wants to go first?
Yeah, I just think if we attack them first, one of them's gonna go, "Ah!" and there's gonna be 50 of them on it.
What?
I know that was the block noise, but
Torlek's pretty bloodthirsty when it comes to these things. Like
I just don't
he
think
wants
there's
to.
a way out of this without them doing that at some point.
But speaking as Torlek, I want to kill these fuckers because they do horrible things to good stuff. They corrupt and ruin, and they need to die.
Yeah, but right now, I guess the priority is to get.
and then I reckon you run straight to here, boot that cart, and then throw a bath bomb at it.
That'd be amazing.
Pretty cool.
And hope for the best.
With my strength modifier precisely fuck all, yeah. Good shout.
What's in those barrels? Is it flammable?
So from where you are, you can see that they are sort of general supply barrels, the sort of things that would be used to carry dry provisions.
Yeah. Not very flammable.
I mean,
Yeah.
As you are all sitting there deliberating on what it is you will do, through the trees you see a light off in the distance, and it feels as if it's swinging towards you all.
From which direction?
From this direction up here, it swings towards you all, and as it does, as it shines light brightly through the trees, you all feel compelled slightly to look at this light, and then it passes over you and sort of swings past and moves around, almost like a searchlight. Then moves on.
Only good things come from following mysterious floaty lights in the marshland.
Yeah, that is not something
Yeah,
I've
I've
seen
never
before.
heard of that going badly.
Yeah, definitely.
That's not something I've seen a Scary or a Death Cap do before. I don't know what that is.
Well, it's pretty not anything good.
Oh, well, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Pretty sketchy.
I vote that we move up and we hit them hard before they have a chance to do anything. Then we take the heat roots quickly.
Who's
We only
going
have one heat route at the moment, right? So we need another 5 after that.
At least.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to be able to gather them like during
So-
a fight. I think it's going to have to be we kill them, then we fix stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, our options are kill them or sneak all the way around them.
Absolutely
So,
no
And-
chance of Godfrey managing that.
I was thinking
Oh,
sneak. I was thinking hit them from this way, and then we're not leaving ourselves open on this side.
Could do, yeah. I mean,
Mhm.
at least the cart
Sounds
and
good,
the
Leo.
tree and stuff gives you some cover.
Yeah, I'm thinking the cart's good cover though,
Yeah, if they throw things, that's not bad.
Sounds wise.
especially for our archers. I'll rephrase that. Especially for our archer.
Mm,
Jess has a crossbow as
I
well.
was gonna say, it was
Yeah,
just
she does.
Yay! Ranged attacks. Ranged attacks.
Even I've got a
Jess's
crossbow.
is only for hurting us, though.
That is not true. I have hit at least one other thing with this crossbow. Admittedly, it might have been in the prequel, but
When there's no one else there to hit. Yeah.
Sindri was there.
But where's he now?
And we all know what happened to Sindri.
Exactly, and I
but-
never hit him with friendly fire, so
Died of a crossbow wound.
See, saying it's lucky.
yes.
Okay. So the sneaky
Who is
peek to go
taking
up
point?
first, or do you just want us to try and clank over there and just?
I was
get
gonna
them
say,
over?
can we get crossbows in position first then? Bows and arrows in position.
Okay. So, Jess, Arwen, which of you wishes to go first, and how do you wish to proceed? With vim and vigor, or with stealth and precaution?
I think with caution is definitely the way to go. What about you?
yes, I'm all about stealth. I'm not really wanting to provoke an attack.
Yeah. Given
Famous
stealth
last
is your
words.
thing and not mine, do you want to go first? And then if I fall over something, at least you're already where you need to be.
Yeah, I don't mind going first. I'll probably roll a 1 now or something like, but you know.
Okay, Arwen, stealth check, please.
Yep. 15.
15. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, so you.
Dead guys usually aren't too perceptive.
Yeah. Okay, so you begin to sneak forward, you keeping your eyes on the Scary scouring around the camp in front of you. They haven't changed their movements or actions from what it is they're doing. You believe that you are hidden by the foliage and the cart, and the obstructions between you and them. So you can creep forward. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You've got another square you can move. You've only got 25 feet. There you go, 30 feet. You've got a clear line of sight between you and the Scary. Okay, so let's just give you a little bit more. There we go.
Okay.
Ooh,
Doing it for everybody. It's fine.
another item.
This is so you can be tactical about what it is you want to do. The Scary have not seen you and they prowl around the camp. Okay, anything else, Arwen? Do you want to hold an action?
Well, I'm not sure when they're going to move. The heavily armored folk, so I might go with that. I will hold my action until the scar with me.
Okay. Wonderful. Jessael, stealth check, please. Oh, she is the knight.
She has probably peaked too soon, but here we go.
Embodying the mist maiden with which she has been infected, Jessael swans forward, becoming one with the rising vapors and steams from the stagnant, bubbling waterpools outside. Her feet barely make a sound as she traverses lightly across the scrub grass and brown earth in front of her.
put myself here, and then I'm gonna hold a firebolt for if these guys come alert to our presence.
Show you. Okay, right. So, heavily armored tank boys or Leo? Who's next?
I'll go next. My stealth's pretty defty. It's yeah. Shall I roll that stealth check? Let's have a look.
Roll that stealth, sir. Roll that stealth.
Give me the stealths. Do me the stealths. It is gonna be 16 on the stealth check.
You follow in Jasail and Arwen's footsteps, creeping forward, your likely armored form silent against the soft, mossy ground beneath your feet.
Let's take it right there.
Would you like to hold an action, sir?
Yeah, I'm gonna. That is my secondary action. Bit more.
Godfrey and Torlek, you see Leo creep forward after Arwen and Jasail. He gets so far forward, then you see him stop. And then quickly, MC Hammer crab walk to the right.
Yeah.
I just shake my head.
Then he hunkers down.
Should we go together, Torlek, and just see how bad it is?
Yeah, I mean, I'm if they're all in position and ready, I suggest we just walk forward and fuck them up. Sacred flame it, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I only need to go like to there to do sacred flame, like.
Yeah, let's just run in and sacred flame them.
Oi, oi, sacred
Yeah,
flame.
here we go. Oi, oi, lads, oi, oi.
Right, let's do it.
After you, sir.
Boom, sacred flame.
So, are you running forward?
Aye.
Not stealth at all. Okay, so as Godfrey and Torlek take their first clanky steps forward, you hear a cry coming from the two scholars. You see them raise up on their legs, produce these sharp-looking objects, and then just unleash this hail towards you all. It's going to be a disadvantage. So we have got. So this is going to be because Arwen is between you two. I'm going to roll a d4. On a 1 or a 2, it's Arwen. On a 3, it's Godfrey. On a 4, it's
But they
Torlek.
can't actually see Arwen though, can they? They're like hidden.
No, they're just throwing towards the sound of the dice. The sound of the noise. The
Damn, I
one-
should have brought those dice along.
They're throwing towards Arwen. So Arwen, these sharp rocks come hurtling towards you. We've got a... Where are we? We've got an 11 and a 13 to hit.
I am a 13, so I guess I get hit.
One of the sharp stones hits you, slices atop the left side of your shoulder, just cuts through the fabric of your clothes and leaves a small cut there, dealing 1 point of slashing damage. And the second Scary will launch. Oh my god. Unfortunately, again at Arwen, only one of these will hit. And the second sharp rock, 4 in total fly past you, but 2 strike you. The second one strikes you for 3 points of slashing damage. This one hitting you top your collarbone and spinning off into the distance. The rest of you can hear calls, several different calls echoing off behind the trees.
Do Arwen and Jasail not get to do their held actions and our sacred flame?
Yes. So Arwen and Jasail, you can retaliate against these two scars.
Is that one too far away to hit with an arrow?
You can hit everything on this map with an arrow from your bow.
Right, well, fuck this one in particular then.
I think your longbow is at 60, 120, Callum?
It's 120, 320.
300. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, you can hit everything on this map with a bow with a normal shot.
150, 600 is a longbow. So.
Jesus.
Alright, that's 17.
Yeah. 17. Which scar are you going for?
Oh wait, no, sorry. It's 11. What am I on about? No, I got 11 for like 18.
Yeah.
And then you've got your proficiency, which is +2, and then it's your dex +4, so it's 11 + 6, 17.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which one are you going for? Left or right?
Sorry, I thought I got the circle to come up. Her.
Left. Wonderful. Okay, so you're going to curl it over the cart into the scarry on the left. 17, you pull back with your bow and expertly let fly, putting a slight twist on the arrow. You see it curl and tornado through the air. It flies over the cart and begins to spiral down, curling past the two tents. You hear as it hits true into the scarry's chest. Roll some damage, please. So you hear is it strikes true against the scarry. You hear and there's a thud in the distance as your arrow spirals past. And with that, there's a cry goes up, and we will put on the battle music. It strikes true, but the scarry is still on its feet.
Right. I'll quick shot it if I can. I'm allowed.
Go for it.
That's a miss.
That's a miss.
That is a miss. That's a 3. So as you let fly with the quick shot, you've Legolas the arrow out of your quiver and brought it back. Pull back, let fly. As it does so, it collides with the cart and really there's a loud pring as it strikes into the back of the cart. You will be able to collect that arrow later. Okay, Giselle. Let fly with your held action.
So my held action was a firebolt, which I'm going to chuck at this guy.
Okay.
That is a non-natural 20 to hit.
This guy here, yeah?
Oh no, this guy where there's left tree in the way.
Guy on the left that Arwen just hit with a bow. Dirty 20, that is going to strike as you like suck in the heat from the campfire. You can see there's a small trail of spirals and fire tornadoes toward you. Build it up into a softball-sized burning ember, and then whoosh, let fly. It curls between the tree branches over the cart and spirals down to strike the scarry center mass.
And that hits him for 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay, so as it strikes the scarry, you expect your firebolt to char and burn the skin. What actually happens is the entire scarry goes woof, up in flames. There's a and it starts to writhe about and flail in fury as it completely gets engulfed in flames. You can see it's still keeping its feet and trying to pat itself out with its 4 arms. Its entire form has gone up in flames.
Nice.
Nice! Okay, so I'm now going to roll for the other enemies. Well, I suppose that's fitting. So we are back to Godfrey's action as you started to move forward. As you ran forward, sir, what is it that you wish to achieve on this turn?
Sacred Flame on the guy on the left. Dex save for him.
Ooh, that's not bad for the Scary. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's gonna be a 14.
Then he saved and he's fine.
Well, he's not quite fine. He is engulfed in flames already.
He's as fine as he was before I started.
Yes.
That's the end.
So you
well,
run.
actually, I'll move forward.
Alerting the Scary, you see your compatriots let fly with their arrows and spells as they hurl through the mid-afternoon air. You build up your sacred flame holding your holy icon and then whoosh, launch it forward.
Actually, I'll move forward there, so I've got covered.
Wildly flailing about, your sacred flame passes over the top of it and sort of fizzles against a tree in the background. Okay, so you've moved up to there, so I'm going to reveal for you some more.
Can Godfrey actually move that far forward? Because he started off next to me this turn, and he's used his action.
It's still part
still
of
the same turn, isn't it? Yeah.
20, 25, 30, so there's as far as I can get them.
Yes. So I will not reveal for you any more of the map. No, you will not. Right. Torlek. Following Godfrey's footsteps, seeing the undead enemy writhe and scream into action, you are propelled forward by your footsteps and muscle memory.
I'm gonna clank up to between the girls, and it's gonna be another sacred flame on the same Scary. Please, Dex save.
Dex save on the Scary to the left. Natural 20. It is doing a flaming capoeira dance, trying to put out the fire. It's spinning and gyrating on the floor to try and put out the fire. It's unsuccessfully doing so. Torlek, you're so impressed with its Bukshy, unappreciated worm dance that you just totally throw your sacred flame way over its head, and then stand there mesmerized by its gyrating, flaming death flails.
Very well, that's it from me, mate.
Alright, okay, wonderful. So we're back to the top of the round. That was the surprise round over. So, Arwen! That cart will offer you half cover if you get behind it.
Have a crack at her.
Have a crack at the flaming capoeira dancing Scary.
Yeah. So,
6, 13 on the Scary. Not quite enough. AC 14 to hit. Tranced by its fiery dance, you also send your arrows skittering off into the swamp. That's going to take some time to find.
Okay. Can I grab the one that I shot into the cart while I'm here?
You can indeed. Make a quick strength check for me, please.
11.
11, just enough to pull the arrow out without damaging it, yes.
Okay. Can I take a quick shot?
You can indeed take a quick shot. I'll let you take a quick shot. Pulling the arrow out is less than a bonus action. I'll let you do that. It's essentially drawing it from a quiver in front of you. So, quick shot away. Quick shot away.
Is that 16?
We got 15. So it's 15 plus 1. Yeah, 16. That is going to hit the flaming, Scary, capoeira dancing extraordinaire.
No, not plus 6. Was it?
4, I think it was, wasn't it?
Oh.
Was it?
My longbow has hit damage of plus 6 now.
Oh, 1 plus
So
6,
then-
yeah.
okay,
6.
so-
Wonderful. So that's
Nine.
9 damage as you quickly jump up from behind the cart. You pull the arrow up from back. In one quick motion, pull back the bow, leap up from behind the cart, bring it down and let fly. The arrow flies true and straight towards the flaming Scary's head as it brandishes 4 sharpened stones and pulls its arm back, begins to throw the flaming stones towards you. The arrow connects with its center forehead as it sends spiraling back in its beautiful triple backflip.
into the water. There's a sizzle and a smell of boiling, stagnant swamp water as Ascari lies motionless.
Hey.
Good.
One down.
Any more movement from you, Arwen?
No. The only movement I want to do is go get that flower, but that's a bit too far, so I'm going to stay where I am for now.
Alright, so just for clarification, you guys, in the center of the trees where there are no leaves, you can see the trunks.
Right
Yeah,
there.
the trunks. The thick trunks, not the branches, the thick trunks. So this bit here is what is obscured from vision. Everything else below 10 feet, you can see. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So beneath these
See.
branches here, as long as you're
See.
not trying to aim above 10 feet, you can shoot through and see through.
Cool.
But this square here is obscured by the trunk. Wonderful. Je sais.
Right, so emboldened by R1's success, she's gonna go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I can get there, which is nice.
Je sais.
And,
Forward. Underneath the rotten tree with the browning leaves and the moss-covered, sort of mold-covered bark and branches, into the center of the camp, which you see is strewn with blood and guts and entrails. Footsteps and equipment has been abandoned, left on the floor in a flight of pure terror. There is an elven body wrapped in a green cloak at the top of the campsite by the edge of the stagnant water, lying motionless. Ascari sees you approach from behind the barrels and roars at you.
I'm gonna chuck a firebolt at it.
Ooh, very wise.
It'd be +5.
So you've got a DC 14 to hit.
Ugh. I did
No.
not roll a 14.
You did not. What indeed happens is you launch your firebolt forwards. It connects with the barrels and boom goes up. You get the sense that there was some sort of alcoholic fluid inside the barrels, which is now ignited and casting this huge boom fire into the air. There's an explosion, and the barrels and crates that were stacked there are now burning.
I mean, that's not a bad consolation prize. I'll take that.
Anything else from you, Jasail?
No, that's me.
Lumbering from the trees and foliage, you see a figure clad all in black. This thick, fleshy surface looks to be that of a sort of mushroom with a large, wide-brimmed hat. But it's where you would expect a soft, squishy mushroom stalk is this hard, external carapace look. It looks to be this heavily armored mushroom type thing lumbering towards you with the bright red top of this wide brimmed cap. There we are, that's what you see. Lumbers towards you. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So that one that has come into contact with you, Jasail, is going to lash out with this. It looks to be made of thickened mushroom flesh that is hardened like wood with a sharpened sickle blade on it. Lashes out towards you with that.
Ah.
I'm like fungi.
It's a 12 to hit.
Oh, a 12 hits.
Ooh. You take 4 points of slashing damage, and I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Oh dear, oh dear. That's a 5.
Oh dear. Jasail, you fall prone. Thoughts of hate and loathing for yourself enter your mind. Your heart is heavy and you become completely incapacitated for the duration as you are overwhelmed by thoughts of your inner ugliness. You believe you are the worst person to ever walk this earth, and it tears you up inside.
Well,
And then just sail. We need to roll on a very special table, just sail.
it's
fuck's
D20, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's another 5?
Another 5. So you can wisdom saving throw at the end of your next turn to save against the inner ugliness. But as you begin to weep on the floor, every fiber of your being is telling you to be asleep. You are completely and utterly mentally exhausted. So you will need to wisdom save on your next turn against the inner ugliness, and you need to con save or you will collapse into narcolepsy.
Wow. This
And
is exciting.
That is it for the corpse spores. Liaquinor!
Well, I did have something planned, but like after that, I'm not really. But so it was gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See those depth 6 moves?
That was wonderful. I love the sidestep serpentine nature of them.
Exactly right. Gotta be good. Right, I'm gonna stab this fungi.
Hey!
I can confirm he's not very fun.
He's gonna take 14.
A 14.
Is that gonna hit?
That will not quite hit. So you start forward, not putting quite enough force behind it. Your rapier blade points up against his natural armor. It does not manage to pierce through.
I have never seen a mushroom that could take that.
You've never seen one of these mushrooms, my friend.
I was hoping it was going to be like some vegetarian kebab by now, but never mind.
Never seen this before.
Yeah, that's about what he's got. Done, mate. Done.
Done? Goddess? Godfrey Godspeed?
Okay.
Goddess, you're up.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk up behind Jasael, hold out my holy symbol, and use Radiance of the Dawn, and all the bad guys need to make con saves.
Oh, amazing!
Nice.
Godfrey
Not
to
all
the
the
rescue.
bad guys that we can see. What's the
Everything within
name?
30 feet. So, yeah.
Yes,
Unless
so
there's any-
good lads there. Alright,
Unless
okay.
there's a guy, like, there's people hiding here, then they would also take.
So I've got a 4, a 16, a 7 and an 8 for the Death Blossoms. And for the Sky, it is a 13.
The 16's the only one that saves.
So is this guy back here behind the fire and the tents that is saves from your Radiant Dawn?
So he still takes half damage. So it is 14 damage, radiant damage,
14 radiant damage.
and it's, the
Holy moly.
entire area is just blasted with light.
Wow, okay. So As you blast out with your radiant holy power, there is a this drone. There's 3 of these corpse spawn knights just like seem to expand and then burst in front of you into a cloud of spores.
Oh.
There we go. Much better, much better. Right, so Jess and Leo, I need you to make Constitution saving throws, please. As this cloud of bright red shimmering spores bursts up in front of you.
Does the radiance of the glow not burn some of the spores away?
It does. So the Constitution saving throw is going to be slightly less.
Okay.
However, it won't be 5, Jess.
I was about to say, you know, there's 2 amazing rolls I've just made. That's 3 5s in a row. How has this happened?
That's wonderful. We need to take you to a casino.
It's the number of the slightly lesser beast.
That makes it win on 5s. And Leo.
I posted mine in Discord, mate. Read it in the
Oh, wow, nice. Okay, so you see what's happening, and you vampire it up, bringing your sleeve across your nose, and breathe through that ever so quickly. So the spores do not enter your system, just sail.
Oh god.
Unfortunately, is not quite so lucky.
2 nat 1 saves in 1 day.
How is this going to work?
I was about to say, I'm already like,
more emo than she already was.
yeah. It's like the sheer amount of tears and snot not providing some protection here.
The spores can't even get in.
Yeah.
Sad
You are-
and narcoleptic.
I wasn't
In my
expecting
biography.
the effects to be stacked on one player. This is interesting. Make a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Okay. That's a 13.
Right. Okay.
You're only slightly dead.
Now make an intelligence saving throw, please. Straight.
Okay. 11?
Right. Wonderful. So, Jasil, as you breathe deep of these shimmering red spores, you stop crying and sniveling. You are filled with this glorious love of yourself. You believe that you are perfect. You are exactly what the Red Queen wishes you to be.
Oh
This
goodness.
thought bolsters your heart, and you feel compelled to dispatch any who do not fit the Red Queen's requisites, namely your companions.
I mean, it just wouldn't be a fight if Jasil didn't turn on them.
I'm sure there's been one. I will go
I mean,
back through the past episodes. There
currently
must be
prone,
one.
so we could just wail on her. No,
Uh,
no.
I need
I mean, also, I might fall asleep in the next round. So.
I'll kick.
roll another d20. You've progressed onto the major table.
Oh no.
Why are we gonna have to go on another quest to cure of this nonsense?
Well, I've rolled high now. Is that good?
What is it?
It's an 18.
Ooh.
I feel like this is not a table I want to roll high on.
We're never gonna get anywhere if we're accumulating Jasil quests.
As you inhale the red spores, this invigorating feeling that rushes through you causes what feels like electricity to spark in your brain. You have so much energy. So much energy. You want to run, you want to charge around the place. You are like, you feel like you are an electric battery that's just brimming with energy. And you have advantage on perception checks and athletics checks
disadvantage on investigation checks. You are unable to read because your concentration does not last that long.
Hang on, I'm
yeah.
trying to scribble this down. So advantage on perception and
Athletic.
athletics.
Yeah.
Disadvantage.
On investigation.
And
Any
cannot read.
Yeah. So can't read, but any activity that requires any concentration whatsoever.
Oh, okay. I can't read or concentrate.
Great for a spellcaster.
And you feel the need to lash out physically.
Very Raj. Got you.
You have
Raj.
very bad attention deficit disorder.
Okay. And just to clarify, does this replace the almost falling asleep, or is this alongside?
This replaces it completely. You are now on the major tip. There are other components to this disorder, which I will tell you when they are relevant.
You literally went from hating yourself and falling asleep to being full of energy and loving yourself in like
It's
6 seconds.
She did inhale the dodgy Red Queen spores.
it's been a roller coaster. What can I say, guys?
This is both caused bipolar disorder.
Yes. Not quite. Yeah. All right. Okay. So that was Goddard's. Torlek.
I found it pretty epic.
So, can I see that Giselle's trying to hurt anyone, or is she just standing there in a
She's
cloud?
gone from a crying, sniveling ball to jumping up, and is currently doing star jumps and doing bloody murder at her companions. Yes.
So she seems aggressive towards all the allies now.
Yes. She has turned to face you and is doing Jessil's version of Tybo.
Kind of picturing her doing like the little Scrappy Doo thing.
Yeah. Come on, fucking. There's a lot of this going on.
Oh.
Lots of punch by punching.
Alright. In that case, I am going to cast Command on her.
Ooh.
And I'm just going to point at her, and my one-word command is going to be surrender. So I would like a wisdom save.
Okay. Well,
Now's when she's gonna roll high.
that's a 17.
I knew it! I
For
knew it!
fuck's sake. Yeah, that's a fail. I mean, the spell fails. She passes. That's a fail for me.
Well, I've passed one wisdom save today, so that's good.
She's definitely a plant.
This makes the DM so happy.
Fuck's sake.
Knife.
But she couldn't cast spells and stuff. She wants to attack physically, didn't she?
She does want to attack physically, and she can't cast any concentration spells.
Yeah. Ice Knife isn't really physical.
Fuck.
It's also not a concentration spell.
Come out when you get quarterstaff, bro.
Just
Yeah,
that
she
no is
You do want to set about with your quarterstaff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring it.
Okay, so it is Scar.
Hang on, just before Scary.
Moving.
You see these the shoreline adjacent to Arwen. Can I walk across that, or is it not groundy enough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We go here and then here.
That was the plan. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. If you step into this square, it's going to cost you 10 feet of movement.
No, I just want to run up to like there.
Yeah, you can get there. That's fine.
Alright, that'll be me then.
Okay. The Scary. You hear over there. Okay, so Scary is going to
She's like, I'm king of the world!
launch its attacks at Torlek.
Standard.
So we've got a 6, a dirty 20, a 7, and another dirty 20.
Unsurprisingly, the two dirty 20s hit.
So you take
for oh god, you take 8 points of slashing damage as 2 sharpened rocks come whoosh, hurling your way. 4 of them come at you. You manage to raise your shield for 2. The other 2 strike you just underneath where the bottom of your chest plate rests against your hips, slicing against your hip bone on the right hand side, cutting into your flesh and leaving 2 large gashes just above your pauldrons. I believe that goes over your eyes.
Do I need
Pauldrons
to?
like the shoulder things, aren't they?
Yeah, shoulders.
Pauldrons, shoulders.
Not greaves.
Yes, I know it is greaves because it's them braces for the arms. Greaves. No, it's the opposite side for your naughtiness, for your
Oh,
stomach.
good.
You're all right. And this one over here is going to throw at Godfrey. Sharpened rocks. We've got a dirty 20, a 13, a 9, and an 11.
The first one I'll ward and flare. So yeah, it's disadvantage.
Ooh, okay. Oh god, 23.
Yeah, so the dirty 20 or whichever one it was hit.
The dirty 20 will hit. It just glances off the top of your forehead. You manage to roll with the blow. There's a cut just above your eyebrows. A sharpened stone slices into your skin and leaves you a rather large but dashing cut above your eyebrow for 1 point of slashing damage. Okay, it is Arwen up next.
Right. I'm gonna try to shoot him.
That one?
Yeah. Right. Did it not come up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah. 8.
8? Not quite. It flies wide as you see this ghostly green light flash at you through the trees. It takes your attention for just a second and you shoot wide of the corpse form coming towards you.
Yeah. Then I'll try and quick shot it.
Okay.
That's the wrong one.
Oh wow. Okay, so this one
Sucking arrows at them by hand now.
as you pull back, that ghostly green light scans across a lot of you again, quickly flashing into your eyes. And Arwen, you let go of the bowstring, you didn't have the arrow actually attached, knocked up properly. The bowstring twangs and the arrow falls to your feet.
Okay, doke. I'll pick it up if I can, and I guess I'll wait.
You believe there is something casting a large, compelling, ghostly green light from behind this tree here. It's slowly getting closer and closer.
Right. I don't think there's anything I can really do about that at the moment. But,
Just hail! The power! The energy!
And it's Giselle with the steel chair. Oh, goodness.
You want to hit things with sticks, and then you want to chase the squirrel, and then you want to, what's that over there? Oh my god! I can't concentrate. I'm going to rage out again against my pens. Right, because you have 3 friends. All 4 of your friends are within sort of melee distance, I think, for your quarterstaff. I think it's a 10-foot reach, I think, isn't it?
No, I
Yep.
don't think so.
Is it not?
Hang on, let me check it. Yeah, I might be
Quarter
wrong.
staff is versatile, not reach, as far as I remember.
Ah, right, okay, never mind. You hate Godfrey right now.
I was about to
I mean,
say.
I'm not too jazzed about you
Okay.
either, to be honest.
It's gonna be a D4. It's a reach, but it's not.
Okay.
You want to hit
So-
Godfrey with your stick?
Like, suddenly in like the crazy flick booklets Giselle's brain at the minute, we just pause for a second on
I
an
know what's gonna
ill-timed
happen.
comment that Godfrey made. You know, the rage is so real right now.
Yeah. So he is not resplendent in the Red Queen's regalia. as
No,
you
and do
are.
you know what? He was
Just
also a
enough.
bit of a dick that time. So, oh my goodness, that's an 18.
Just enough.
You're fairly certain that he tried to mansplain something to you earlier on this evening.
I don't think I've actually said anything to him.
Doesn't matter.
And you called me
like
by
that-
the wrong name once.
I like how you're like, oh, your friends are all around. Like, friend is a tentative term at this point.
Ooh.
She's tried to kill you about 15 times.
Honestly, she's such a liability. Why don't you hang out with her? Okay.
Damage, but still good.
Sorry, Godfrey, that is a 6.
So, as Jesse is like, "Rah!" in your face, you see this quarterstaff just come whipping round. You're like, wait. Just clocks you on the jaw. You stand there and take it because you've got a lush jaw and you're a hard as fuck bloke, but that hurt. Right, anything else
I
to
think
say?
I don't have anything to fix it other than hitting you back with a mace. So I think
Ooh,
that's
actually, you need to make a wisdom saving throw, Jasale.
okay.
Oh,
unless
good.
it seems like you snap out of it.
What's next on the bullshit saving throw table?
I think that's only when I get a new thing. That's a
God's sake.
13. Am I wise enough?
Okay, you felt the urge to sprint, but you want to hit Godfrey more, so you're going to stand there where you are.
Okay. Cool.
It's fine. Okay, so this guy is going to advance. It's a corpse pause now. To Torlek.
Why do they hate you, Torlek?
Well,
Godfrey.
What?
Yeah, right, to Liakuno, sorry. Right, Torlek! This horrible, hard, stale, mushroom-style sickle comes towards you. He's rolled a natural 1. It breaks against your armor. He recoils as it smashes. You see him visibly hurt by that. He goes down to one knee, and then the red opening on his large cap begins to pulse and vibrate. There's as spores come out towards you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
okay. Roll d20 plus 1. 21! Nat 20 for Torlek.
On the con save.
As you inhale the spores, you start thinking about the fact you've got a little bit too much weight around the middle. Your skin's a little bit saggy. You're getting on in years. Your wife's left you. Things are really bad. You start to hate yourself, and you go, "No! I'm changing all those things, and I'm a beautiful person, and I love myself." And you shake off the effect.
Nice.
But then Leo, their sickle comes towards you. That's only a 12.
That isn't going to hit me at all.
You manage to deftly duck out of the way of the sickle coming at you from the corpse spore, and you see the red opening on its cap begin to pulse at you, and as a large gout of spores released towards you. I need to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, that one is 12.
12. Let me just check my sheet. Where's my thing? No! Unfortunately, my friend, you believe that your beard is shit and your hair looks dreadful. You're getting on in years, you've not done anything with your life, and you drink far too much. You can't sing worth a damn, and your mother never loved you. You collapse to the floor, crying, bubbling with snot and hating yourself, and you are prone. But you don't need to make a wisdom saving throw to see if you actually continue feeling those feelings or not.
Find out. That is 16. Hey.
Wonderful. Right. You immediately manage to shake off those feelings of self-loathing. You stand up and realize that you are a beautiful person with a wonderful being. And you can sing like a motherfucking songbird, son. Fuck this mushroom bastard in front of you. That is your turn, though.
I am about fucking this mushroom guy in front of us. Before he came in, I was gonna give them as mushroom as possible, but now.
So the ghostly green light gets closer and closer, swinging and swaying through the tree branches. And then out from behind the tree steps this naked, rotten female figure with an open chest and a split from her mouth down to her clavicle. She's holding this horrible ghostly green lantern and just makes a sound towards you all. Anyone that wants to make a history check can do, though I've put her name on her token prematurely.
Well, we can't see it.
We can't see it, yeah.
Ah, wonderful.
I would, but I don't think Giselle's even aware she's there.
10 for history for Torlek.
10. Torlek, you remember stories of these things.
Ooh.
Similar to Mist Maidens, but not quite as deadly. The Lanterngeist entice weary travellers into dark holes at the side of the road, in which they offer them their heart's delight and then eat out their heart. They capture their soul inside their lantern and then use it to attract other unsuspecting victims.
Look.
The main thing you remember from hearing the story of the Lanterngeist is to not look at the light.
Okay.
So the rest of you that are already in that zone facing this way, I need you to make a dexterity check as the shining, brilliant blue-green light encompasses everything that you can see.
May I use my reaction to yell, "Don't look at the light"?
Yes. I will
Wicked.
let you do that to give everyone advantage.
Yes!
So just feel you don't need to because you're not facing that way.
Hooray! Finally, guess something's going my way.
Can I actually see
Okay.
past Giselle?
Yes.
She is trying to cane us in the face with a stick, so a bit distracting.
She is. There's a lot of movement, but this bright, luminescent green-blue light is shining in all of your peripheries as you are facing into the 90-foot cone of its shining
Jesus.
radius.
Alright, well, it's been nice playing with you, because I rolled a 6.
Did you roll on?
Join me in madness.
You're in my way to go to my beloved, so I might just have to smash you with a mace on the way past.
That's how tonight ends, just Godfrey and Jess fighting to the death.
Leo?
18, mate.
18.
Yeah.
You manage to quickly bring up your hand in front of your eyes and shield your eyes from this light as you felt this weird sensation coming over yourself. You managed to jump out the shield your eyes from it. Arwen.
Yeah, it's advantage best 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's advantage.
4.
Whoa! Okay, Arwen. You see the danger coming through the trees. You've heard the story of the Lanterngeist. You duck down behind the cart. With a natural 20, I will let you quick shot at the lantern.
Cool, I'll do that.
The AC of the lantern will be 18.
That's a shame. I just rolled a 20. I don't think I'm gonna get another one. Let's see. 15.
15. You let fly with
Oh,
the
yeah,
arrow,
quick shot.
closing your eyes. Let fly with the arrow, you close your eyes, you let fly. It flies past the lantern geist, who turns the lantern away from your compatriots for a split second and begins to bring it back round. She brings the lantern back round. Right. Okay. So it is Godfrey. Godfrey?
Yeah.
Godfrey. Right, Godfrey, you are paralyzed, staring at the light. You can't look away from it. It encapsulates everything you've ever wanted and everything you ever need. You don't want to catch it, though. You just need to look at it, to appreciate its beauty and its brilliance. It fills you with a sense of satisfaction and completion. It also compels you to speak the truth of what you feel in this moment. And you have to act as if you were under the effects of the zone of truth. The failed save, the creature is paralyzed, but it can still speak.
Okay.
In addition, it is under the effects of a zone of truth as the spell. You can repeat your saving throw at the end of your turn.
What kind of save will that be, Mr. DM?
That will be a charisma saving throw.
Brilliant.
So, Godfrey, you are compelled to speak the truth. Torlek, it is you to go, sir.
Well, I would like to speak the truth to the shield. It's like, I'm really fucking sick of this shit.
I get bored of it now.
You're pretty sure Godfrey just called you a shit?
I mean, that's what I heard.
Okay.
Enjoy, because you've now got advantage, and a hit within 5 feet is a critical. Do prepare to die, me.
Torlek, you shielded your eyes against the blue-green light.
Yeah. I am going to...
Just go back to the house and drink some tea, mate.
I'm going to... I mean, I don't know if they're undead. They're plants. DM, do I know if these things that are kind of beefy death caps are undead, or if they're planty things, or what? Like...
The last time you did some sort of holy investigation on the death caps, you realised that they were indeed plants, but they were also undead plants.
Oh fucking yes! So I'm going to hold up my reliquary and just say, "Fuck off!"
What's the radius on turn undead again?
A 30-foot radius. So every undead within 30 feet of me has to make a wisdom save, and if it fails, it's turned for a minute.
Okay, so we'll do the 2 death spores first. We have a natural 20 on the one next to you.
Oh, double for fuck's sake.
The one harassing Leo, making him doubt himself, has rolled 13.
That is pass, because it's the DC's 13.
Right, the 2 Scary. If 3, if 5.
That's better.
The Lantern Geist. No! Torlek! So, that's a 2 from the Lantern Geist. And they must immediately use their reaction to run their entire movement, correct?
No, they have to spend their turns trying to get as far away from me as they can, and they can't willingly move within 30 foot of me.
Holy bastard. Alright. Anything else, Torlek? Do you want to fuck up my plans anymore, sir?
No, I think that'll be it from me, Mr. DM.
Well played, sir. Well played. Goddess,
I don't know. I guess I'm.
you feel compelled to speak the truth? Have you anything to say right now before you try your charisma saving throw?
Not really.
Mm.
Just a big sigh.
Right. Charisma saving throw, please, sir.
Charisma. Oh. 16.
16. So what do you say to reaffirm yourself?
Go on, make a joke about hysterical women, I dare you.
Don't love lamp anymore.
Don't love lamp anymore.
I not love lamp! Godfrey yells this across the Agsmire. You feel the feeling return to your bones and your arms and your body. You
Okay, I won't be silly and I'll say I serve the true light. There you go.
Ooh.
Oh, beautiful, lovely. You are your own person again, sir.
Okay. Is that the end of my turn though?
It is, unfortunately, yes. Right, so it is Skari who will presently fuck off. It's wonderful, as they can pretty much clear the map. Yeah, that's great. So that's their turn. Well, at least that's the guys that were close enough's turn.
Oh no!
The final Skari runs into the fray and will unleash some sharp rocks at Torlek. I've run twin 19s on that one. And then a crit 20 and a 2. The first rock hits you for 2 points of slashing damage. And the second sharp rock strikes you for 2 points of slashing damage, sir. The third rock, critical, strikes you for, unfortunately, 2 points of slashing damage.
But it especially stings, that one.
Yeah, that one was serrated. that cut's gonna take a little while to heal. That's like a corrugated cardboard paper cut, that one.
That rock has "fuck you" written on it.
Yeah. As these 4 rocks come flying towards you, the fourth one just sort of almost bounces off your armor. But your exposed parts have small cuts on them from the sharp rocks. I love the Skari, they're mint.
I did tell you they were bastards.
One of my favourite monsters to use. They're great. Arwen! Hello, Arwen. It's been a little while.
Hello.
Natural 1. Natural 1.
12. No, can't add. 11.
11. Not quite. The corpse spore is locked in martial combat with Torlek. The bodies are moving and writhing. And your arrow unfortunately flies wild into the swamp. That one is lost forever.
Right. Then I'll try a quick shot the other. Uh-oh.
Quick shot, cheeky lad on the right.
9.
9. That one thumber into the tree branch. And you just put a little bit too much loft on that one. You'll be able to get that arrow back later.
That's me.
Okay. You hunker back down behind the handcart full of goods. Jasil.
Oh, goodness.
You don't have advantage anymore, by the way. You missed your chance. You missed your shot.
I think that's for the best. Right, wisdom saving throw.
I mean, you as a player might think that, but just Sale doesn't think that.
Oh wait, no, you've got to do your attack first then. No, you didn't do a wisdom saving throw at the end of your last turn.
Oh,
So, do this
at the end of my last turn it was a 13.
The 13. Right. So at the end of your last turn, you shake the feelings of hatred towards your companions. You realize being resplendent in the Red Queen's gaze is not your bag.
Red's not my colour.
It's really not. It's,
You quickly remember that you prefer carpentry to fungal infestations. So yes, you are free and able to act this turn.
oh, good.
The save from you at the end of your last turn.
Step away from the friend.
Got to do.
I was about to say, I'm gonna be a good little carpenter and just nail all those little feelings we're having into a little box until initiative is done.
I'm gonna put the box back here in the attic, right at the back of the attic.
Just
Time later.
Just reflexively take a bit of a panicked step back, before sort of pulling the last bits of my shit together and chucking a firebolt at this angry guy.
Okay, wonderful. Godfrey, make an intelligence check.
I'm not good at
probably
these.
Oh.
It's an 8.
It's an 8. No, you think Jasail's stepped back to attack you again, unfortunately, with an 8. Actually, wait, is your insight higher?
A lot higher, yeah. Plus 6 instead of 0. So 14.
14. It should have been insight, I believe. You managed to read her intentions and realize whatever effect that was taking over her has indeed washed away, though she still looks quite agitated and like she wants to run around quite a bit. Not concentrate on her.
Oh gosh, yeah, I need to.
Spells.
I think
remember that thing
for
as
now,
well.
it's gone away. Until next time.
Yes. So now for your wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, okay.
We should not get to do the fireball thing first.
Oh. Well, that's a.
the end.
So you know that number I keep rolling for wisdom?
Oh dear. Right. Well,
We've now made enough of them to get to 20.
You can throw a spell, but you must use your full movement to sprint somewhere. You wish to run like the wind. You can also do a spell while you're doing it, but you've got to move your entire
Okay.
Run home, Jasail. Run home.
Okay, so if I've got to, let's see, I've moved 1, 2. Okay, so slight change of plan. I'm gonna look at this guy, and then I'm gonna think, nah, do you know what? Torlek's all over that. No, yeah, he's got that sorted. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to run over here,
Yeah.
and then chin this guy point blank with a fireball.
Nice! I don't like you! Ah! Go for it. Chin him. Chin him all upside the head.
With a dirty 20.
Hey!
With a dirty 20! Amazing.
So let's see. That does 7 damage.
7 damage. You manage to completely smash the pulsing, quite visceral, almost uncomfortable looking red opening at the top of his cap that's pulsing and gyrating at you. You smash that off and send it flying into the water with a massive 7 damage.
At this point, Jasail is like, she looks like she's having the time of her life. She is definitely laughing. She looks like the kid who's just done their first like proper basketball straight in.
Amazing. You completely take the top of this thing off with your quarterstaff. Alright, okay. If there's nothing else, then it's Leo.
Have a look. It's gonna have to be this guy, isn't it?
Do you know what Leo? Do you know what Leo could do that might be useful?
Go on.
Is like inspire Jasail so she doesn't roll a 5 every fucking time.
Duran should take it in a frenzied state. Duran should love those words of encouragement.
Yeah, she's as high as a kite right now. She'll be like queen of the world. You only have to give her a thumbs up, and she'll be like inspired for all day.
Yes, she's on a runner's high right now.
All right, let's do that for Wanda.
Okay.
You can be inspired with a thumbs up.
So just say that you make eye contact with Leopino, he kind of goes, gives you a really slow nod and there's this beautiful thumbs up. You swear that there is a fanfare and a crowd shouting that you are awesome. And that
Amazing.
you are the queen of everything.
There you go. For 10 minutes, you can add a D6 on anything. Good enough. Go. No. And with that, I guess it's this guy just in my way.
Like, I got places to be, mushroom dude. Step.
Yeah. Oh no, that. It's 11. Ooh.
God, man.
Ooh, your rapier yet again jabs exactly the same point as it did before, just not quite piercing through the corpsebore's armor. As you stab at it again in the same place, you meet its eyes, and as you look there is a vacant look there that suggests that this thing is neither intelligent nor wise. And it is the corpsebore's turn. Torlek, the one in front of you, is just going to try and club you with its fists.
Brilliant.
It's rolled a natural 1 and a natural 20. So,
Fuck.
the natural 20 will do 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Is that
As
it?
it catches you in your chin.
Oh, amazing.
And the natural 1, as it throws its right hook at you, you bring your shield up, its entire arm shatters and falls to the floor.
Brilliant.
And it deals itself 2 points of bludgeoning damage. Leo, the one in front of you, is going to attack you with the sickle again. That's a 13.
And that misses. Sorry.
That misses. You deftly sidestep out of the way of the sickle, and it kind of, as it swings at you and misses, it just goes, oh. And now it is the Lantern Geist who will use her entire movement not to fuck you up and do some cool shit, but to run away instead.
Run, bitch!
Wonderful. Thanks, Torlek. It's you now, sir.
Do you mind if I
Brilliant.
go first, Torlek?
No, if we're on the
yes.
same count. Yeah, go, mate.
Same initiative.
I was just gonna cast Bless on Torlek, Leonardo, and Giselle.
Ooh, nice.
Because we can't hit for shit! Or save against anything. So everyone gets a D4 on both those things.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Bit of a gamble with Jess, but I appreciate it.
Excellent. Did you want to do anything else, Godfrey?
No.
Move around, do a jig.
No, I'm quite happy where I am. Thank you very much.
Okay. Look in the cart.
Okay, I'll look in the cart. Is it got a bad guy in there that's gonna leap out and bite me first?
There's no bad guy in there. Do you want to make a quick investigation check?
Sure. Never asked me to do any intelligence things. It's a 2.
It's a 2. There's some urns of liquid in there. Don't know what they are.
Good times.
Cool.
Okay, Torlek.
For fuck's sake. I'm gonna step to here and then to here, so I don't leave its zone of control. I'm just gonna sidestep around.
Shuffle on that corpsebore's ass.
Yes, so that if anyone fancies stabbing it, they can quite easily get flanking. And then I'm not gonna do any physical things for fear of my stomach stitches, but I am going to point blank sacred flame him in the fucking face.
Oh shit, son!
So I'd like a dexterity save from this dead boy, please.
the dexterity save from the corpse spore
DC
is
13.
going to be a 3.
Wicked. Actually hit one of those. Not hit one of those today. D8 of One point of radiant damage!
Oh! You set your sacred flame into him and it go. You think with that you could just about light a cigarette, but oh no! It bursts forth and you're fairly certain you could light 2 cigarettes with that fire.
Excellent.
As it does a little bit more damage to the corpse spore than you thought it would, and it goes in your face.
And that will
And
be
it.
it.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
No, not.
Alexa's going first.
Forever.
No.
No, Alexa, no.
Did you hear that? It said, "Do you want to know if relationships are meant to last forever?"
What?
Wow, Alexa's getting deep.